Yeah. If you don't know, we go live every day, 9 o'clock UK time. We talk about Thailand, Philippines, Asia. We have a great conversation about everything that goes down in the Thailand community. We also have a 5-point bulletin tonight. We're going to be talking about, is you want to be a car boot seller? You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a conversation about that. The bottom right-hand corner. The bottom right-hand corner, we've got a super chat button. We spread love on the super chat side of the game. Tonight we are drinking. We got botanical drink. We got Captain Morgan. We're looking good, smelling good, and being the best version of ourselves every single day, non-stop pumping it through. Down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. You know, guys. So I've been doing back-to-back. Working offline, and the month has been it's been quite a tough month when it comes to streaming. I haven't been able to stream a lot. I haven't been able to do anything. But if you don't know what happens, what happens is that we go into questions answer, or we answer any question. If you have any questions, you put it in the chat, you chop it up, and then or you can super chat a question, and then after that we go into the 5-point bulletin. From the 5-point bulletin, we go into Thailand Information Center. From Thailand Information Center, we go into story time. We usually hang out for about 2-3 hours. If you're in the background, say something or forever hold your peace. We are here. Yeah, guys. So I've been off the game, man. I've not been streaming. I've not been on the ball. I've had quite a terrible month when it came to cake super chats. You know what I'm saying? You can't win it all. I'm saying all you could do is work as hard as you can. A person can only work so much, you know. And I've really been working off camera. I've been trying to do my best to try and pump out my, my whole business, the Club Fillers Inc. empire, trying taking it to another level. You know, I've been doing live streaming and sitting down in the room for a little while. And, you know, taking shots and taking drinks and, you know, trying our best, you know what I mean, for the last 4 or 5 years. And it hasn't been bad. We have traveled some places. We've been to the Philippines. We've been to Ukraine. We're into Brazil. We've been some places. We've got a watch brand together. We've made a lot of cake along the way, without a doubt, you know what I'm saying. And we've reinvented ourselves in a big way. But I want to level up a little bit more. I want to level up next year, and I see that Chris Stevens. I want to level up a little bit more, and I want to try and push it to the best as I can. So that's why I've been off the game a little bit, and I've been trying on the background to try and level up a little bit and try and take it to another level. You know what I mean? So if you haven't seen me stream, you haven't seen me doing my daily, nightly streams, just understand that I am trying my best to try and work with whatever I can and push out the game as much as I can in a different way, you know, rather than just streaming all the time. We need to get into this product game, and I've been working on the product game, you know what I mean, on the product game. And, you know, to be honest with you, the product game has been going good, but it's just we got to get that balance. You got to get that balance between the product game and the live streaming at the same time. So the live streaming is good and the product's good at the same time. Because the product's going, I do not believe about Nitro Freak. The Nitro Freak, if you have any questions, put it in the chat. I don't believe about Nitro Freak because it comes from bad source. The Nitro Freak comes from hustle. Hustles came from. When you tell me something that comes from bad source and you talk to the boss, you better tell me about your source, where it came from. Now, if it comes from that source and I don't see it on his channel, I did look on his channel. I don't see it on his channel. I don't see it nowhere, and it's come from bad source. To me, that's some bullshit. When you step to the boss, you got to remember I'm the biggest lurker in the game. And I'm a man who researches shit. I don't just take it for face value. I don't take it for what it is. I'm going to do my research first. And I'm going to, I'm going to research the, I'm going to research the game before you tell me. So I did hear about that Nitro Freak had a heart attack, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it's true. And I believe it just came from bad sources and people making up shit against ones on these YouTube streets. People want to make up stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I always do my due diligence, without a doubt. I always practice research. I'm like a private investigator when it comes to me. I dig up my situations. You know me. I'm digging for gold. So, I did my research. I don't believe it. I didn't even go and ask. I didn't ask Keith Jenks or anything. I just don't believe it because it comes from bad source. So it's another one like the way when it comes. That's the way I stay when it comes to someone else. I ain't gonna start doing 1 minute of silence for some guy. That's disgusting behavior by Kelly Codwell. You know what I'm saying? He needs a slap in the head for that. If I ever see him, I'll give him one slap in the head for that. Not taking it in that kind of way, but you need a slap in the head for that one. You don't do a minute of silence for a man. You don't do your research and realize where it's coming from bad source. That's foolishness, bro. You need to wake the fuck up, mate. I'm saying you need foolishness. You need to kick up the bum for that one. Wake the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? They don't play games like that. That's not something you play games with somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So there you go. Well, we are on YouTube, so we got to keep it respectful. But I'll kick up the bum for that one if you heard from some troll called Dark Knight, that boy Barry passed away, also you're doing 1 minute of silence. That's what you need to kick up. You need a bloody slap in the bloody head. So wake the fuck up, man, and realize it ain't no joke. You don't play with someone's life like that. You don't play with someone's life like that, brother. You're playing, brother. You're playing, brother. What are you trying to do? Get that for donors? You trying to make cake? You want to make cake? That's cool, but don't fuck with me, bro. Saying. But anyway, we're on YouTube. We keep it lovable, but you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the Nitro Freak, I don't believe that bullshit. So I've already done my research. I realize it's not true, so it's bullshit. So, okay, let's keep it going. They try to pull over the wool over the boss's eyes. Never works. Like, come on, never, ever, never in a million years. So you got to remember, you got to be able to. You gotta search down your situation, search it down quickly and understand it quickly and understand you're on YouTube. You get a lot of trolling out here. You get a lot of people lying. You get a lot of people saying things. You get people say the most despicable things about people. But you can't take it for face value and then just run with it. You can't just run with it. You know what I mean? And especially go down to that kind of level, the way bloody that Kelly Fordwell, whatever his name went with. It's disgusting behavior. You need, as I said, you need a slap in the head for that. Saying, wake the fuck up. You know what I mean? You don't know a person like that to be making minute of silence. What kind of fuckeries are you going on with? Excuse my language, to do minute of silence for some guy who you know what I mean? You don't do them foolishness. You know what I mean? Expect a man to respect you. A man on the street will give you a bloody slap in the head for that and tell you, wake the fuck up. You're on YouTube. Don't disrespect another man like that. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't even done your research, you ain't even find out what's going on yet. You know what I'm saying? You ain't find out, but you're going to start doing minute of silence on the foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Keep that foolishness to yourself and have respect for other people. And don't disrespect people like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, if you want to do foolishness in your name, you can, but you don't do it in someone else's name. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, there you go. But anyway, we move on from it. But there you go. Okay, there you go. There you go. No, that's disrespectful. You don't disrespect a man like that. You don't disrespect a man like that. You deserve to get slapped in the head if you disrespect a man for that. Whether you're from the street or you're not. Kelly Codwell should know better. You're a fucking grown man with a family. You know better. You don't go do minute of silence for my fucking life, bro. Say you get a fucking slap in the head for that. Say to wake the fuck up. What's wrong with you? Saying because some idiot comes into your chat and tells you some bullshit, you're gonna turn around and do minute of silence. You need a fucking slap in the head, bro. What's wrong with you? I'm saying. You lost your mind or something, or you want some donations or something, do some donations. You want to do fuckers, do it on your name. Don't do it on my name. Don't be doing minute of silence on my name. Do it on your own fucking name. Saying, I mean, that's the way it is. That's the way I feel about it. But, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, so when it comes to the Nitro Freak situation, I don't believe it. It's just bullshit. You're just taking time off YouTube and just taking a break from YouTube, and that's just it. And people will come up with all these scenarios. So we're not going to be doing no foolishness like minute of silence on them foolishness on my channel. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody going to lead me to do foolishness on my channel. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so anyway, let's move on at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Let's keep it going. I see you there, Sean the Prawn. There you go. Baz, don't burn yourself out. You have important business meetings coming up, Groundswell. I think I've got some morning. I see you there, OB. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. So, boss, what's up, Baz? Business meetings. Yeah, we haven't been doing that much business meetings lately. What we've been doing, Daniel Holmes, we've been burning ourselves out by waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and 4 o'clock in the morning to get doing some serious work. Well, early morning work. So we can talk about it anyway. You know what I mean? Okay. OB in the building says, what's happening, mate? Yeah, man, just what it is, OB. I haven't been streaming that much last month, so I'm trying to pick it back up again this month for the next few months so I can get some evening streams again and get my channel keep going again. I've been off the streaming because I've been concentrating on things, on making more cake for my revenue. And like sometimes you find something and you hit like diamonds and, you want to sit in it and wallow in it and concentrate on that instead of concentrating on something else. You know what I mean? Of wherever it is. So, yeah. So I've been concentrating on that instead of concentrating on too much streaming. But I gotta keep up with my streaming. I gotta keep it up. I gotta get back into the groove, whether it's gonna be 1 o'clock daytime or it's gonna be evening streams. Because streaming YouTube is a part of my whole empire. So I can't let that go down too far. You know what I mean? There you go. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. We're at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. We are in the questions answer. Come into questions answer, put it in the chat. Boss, how far were you driving when you had a blowout? It looks like a bad blowout, boss. It can be dangerous. I think I was halfway through my destination, It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I was heading to a car boot sale. And I was halfway to my destination. And I was rolling. I think I might have rolled towards the gutter more or something. But sometimes you can run towards a gutter and there's nails in the street, there's nails on the floor, and then all of a sudden, bang! And then you hit a nail. And your tire's gone, you know what I'm saying? Your tire is gone, it blows out, it happens like that. You got to also make sure that your tires are pumped up and make sure that you be careful what you're running over. So it was 3 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Martin Ryder, we're going to talk about that today, car boot sales, and we're going to talk about 3 o'clock in the morning and why you have to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning when you do car boot, because most car boots start at 4 o'clock in the morning. So if the car boots, people get there for 4 o'clock, 4:30. And in car boot sales, there's no pitch where you can reserve. It's first come, first serve basis. And if you are a man like me, which move products and move units and move watches and I've been moving units, man. I've been doing some damage in the car boot. It's people which are watching, the streets are watching. A man want to take your patch. Like the other day, I had a patch in a certain car boot, and I had that patch for a little while, and I was doing good. I was moving some watches, moving some units, and I had a good day the week before. And I had a friend which was opposite me. Well, it was supposed to be a friend, but I suppose he is a friend. He sells a range of stuff, perfumes, carpet, dog food, a few other bits and pieces. He didn't seem to be doing as well as me. But the next week, I saw him, I came back in and I got there about Must have been about 4:30 in the morning, or 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and he was in my spot. He was in my spot, and he claimed that some guy was trying to didn't give him enough space the other side, so I had to go the other side, his side. It didn't make no difference to me, but a man would just claim your spot, bro. You don't get, it's first come, first serve, man. Culture vultures. People will take your spot, and especially if you're doing well from it, they just rack your spot, and boy, that's it. You're gone. You're out of the game. I heard Andrew Tate got pretty girls to sit in front of the camera, and guys would talk to them, but Andrew Tate would be control the keyboard and get the simps to make money. Would you consider that? I wouldn't do that, be moron, but it happens all the time. Once you get to a certain level of it happens all the time on it happens all the time. It happens once you get to a certain time of OnlyFans. That happens. You get to a certain level of OnlyFans. It's not the girl you're talking to. Some other, they get a team of people and they team up. So it happens all the time. What Andrew Tate does is a normal thing. You get to a certain level, and then you get some guys talking to, because you got 101 guys out there, which has got more money than sense. You know what I'm saying? So it happens normal. It's a normal thing. It's not something I would do, because I don't like anything to do with pimping. So I don't like the pimping stuff. I got a daughter, bro. It kind of affects me on that shit. I don't think I'll do that. There's other ways to make money, though. I'll tell you that. Boss, do you think you hit the gutter, wreck the tire? Yeah, probably hit a nail. Hit a nail, hit the tire. Things like that. It could be anything. You hit the tire, hit the nail, hit something on the road. Something was sharp on the road, hit the tire, bang, your tire goes down. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens in the road. I've been on the road for a long time. I've had tire blowout a few times along the way. Quite a few times along the way. It happens. It's just the way it is, isn't it? There's lots of things on the road, but I've seen things on the road you wouldn't believe. I've seen tires in the middle of the motorway. I've seen bloody, wardrobe in the middle of the motorway. I've seen things in the middle of the motorway. I think, God damn, bro, if somebody hits that, bro, it's crazy. So things drop out on the motorway all the way along. Stones, nails, this, that happens, ready to go in your tire, and bang, you're at the game. It's a normal thing, part of the game. You know what I mean? 5 o'clock seems early for a car boot sale. Do people buy things at that time? Usually people are, when it's summertime, I've sold before I even set up before. I've sold. See, the thing is, I started to sell to traders, to other store holders. Because when I first got to the car boot, a lot of people were kind of apprehensive because they don't know who I am, they don't know what I'm about. But that's the thing about me. If you look at my image, you don't know what I'm like. But you guys, like in the chat, don't know. You guys got so used to me now, you can even be feisty. You know what I'm saying? But when you first met me, you're like, oh, who's this guy, big scary guy? You know what I'm saying? But once they get used to me, they start buying off me. So a lot of these guys buy off me and sell it back again and go and put it on their store or put it somewhere else or sell it. I see their clients, they go and sell it themselves. So before I even set up, a lot of the times before I even set up, and that's like 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, you see guys coming to my store and saying, hey, let me see what you got, and buying from me. So I could make like 70 quid before I even set up. He's buying it to go stick it on his store and double up his money or triple up his money. All that happens, you know what I mean? So, you got to get there early. If you were to choose one of them, would you be... Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. His numbers are low tonight. Someone else is live. Numbers are low. Usually 50 in the chat. Thailand Pattaya, you paying attention? Usually 50 in the chat on my channel. If numbers were low, it would be about 32, 30. I would bounce at about 50 every night. Pay attention, brother. I see you there, Clive, coming through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Big up Clive, coming through. We are here coming through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. You must be a legend now in the Boston car boot community. I don't think I'm a legend. I still think I'm a newbie. I'm a newbie, bro. I haven't been doing it barely a year. Even a year, I ain't done it. I'm not a legend. I'm just a new guy on the block. But I've got modern tech stuff, which it takes a little bit. Well, it's a cut above the rest of everybody else. That's the problem, because I've got modern tech stuff and I've got brand new stuff, which gives you a little bit of competitive edge towards everybody else. That's all it is. So, you know, like I said, guys, it doesn't matter where you source your products from. It doesn't matter. It just depends on how you can market, sell it, buy it, sell it at the right price. It doesn't matter where you get it from. You know what I'm saying? You buy low, you sell high. And that is, you know, so I don't sell secondhand stuff. I sell brand new stuff. And my prices are competitive, very competitive to everybody else. So, you know, and I'm catering to different markets, you know what I mean? So I'm catering to the Eastern European, I'm catering to the English guys, and I'm catering to guys who've got a little bit of money. Well, I haven't catered to guys who've got a little bit of money too much yet. Not too much. I wouldn't say I haven't really got, because of what it is, my budget is still quite low. If my budget was high, I could be able to cater to guys who's got some good money. I haven't really touched that market yet. You know what I mean? So, modern tech, what does that mean, boss? Modern tech means, okay, I'll give you an example. Most people in the car boot, right, they are selling second-hand stuff. And what they're doing, they're taking something which is out from nothing. Whether they get it from their family, or they get it from their next-door neighbor, or they get it from somewhere, they source it from Facebook, or they get it from their own house. Some other old stuff which they picked up from their house. And they're trying to turn it into cash, you understand? That's the whole idea of a car boot, turning into something which you would have basically thrown away, but you turn it into cash. Now, what it is, yeah, and that's a smart idea, because you think you were going to throw out like your clothes or old things or something else that was old, you were going to dash out, bring it to the car, but you could turn some cash into it, which is cool. So, but a lot of people do the same thing. Most people are doing exactly the same thing. They're trying to source something, they're trying to get something for free and sell it back and make some money from it. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, if you can call it crap, but, you know what I mean, just basically call it, you know, that's the whole idea of it. Now, when I come along, and I'll give you the secret sauce. Say I come along and I source all my product from Temu. Say I source all my product, except my watches. Obviously, my watches are my own brand watches, so you're not going to get them on Temu. So, say I get all my other things from Temu. Most of the stuff from Temu. And I get them at rock bottom prices. And I put them on the store. And because the store price is so low, for like the store price is £5. You know, for a trader, that's low. For a person which is selling second-hand stuff, it might be not low. But say that you sell it for that, and then you be able to, you're looking to just make your money back and make some money on top. So say you could sell things to try and make a £5 on top of it. On £5 on top of anything that you sell, just to get your store money back. Or a £10 on top of anything you sell. Now, you can do that on Temu quite easy if you're clever. You can do that on Facebook Messenger if you're clever. You know what I mean? It all depends on where you source your product from. And what does sourcing means? It all depends on where you get your product from. And it doesn't matter where you get your product from. People don't care where you get your product from. As long as the product, and my products are new. So that's where I have the competitive advantage. So I could buy a whole bunch of stuff on Temu, which might cost me, I don't know, £150, and I could sell them back and make a whole bunch of money, which is brand new. And people don't care because they're like, well, this is brand new. And this is new stuff. You understand? So there you go. So that's the competitive advantage of what someone who's just, Temu is actually really high quality. Temu is not high quality stuff, no, but it doesn't matter. It's brand new. It's better than buying a second hand. What they're used to, everybody's selling second hand stuff. You got brand new stuff. You understand? So there you go. Okay. I hope you understand that. I saw your short. You had a sign up saying sunglasses £1. That is a bargain. They must sell like hotcakes in the car boot. I'll be honest with you, bro. I think I'm quite a super duper ingenious sourcer. I'm a sourcer. I'm a super duper sourcer. Because I'll sit down there a day, the way I do my lurking and the way I do my research is the same way I research my products. So I'll give you an example. I went onto Facebook and I saw I was looking through wholesale stuff for sale, and some lady was selling. She had 300 sunglasses for £50. 300 sunglasses for £50. So I was looking at this thing. I said to myself, "Damn, 300 sunglasses for £50. That's amazing, bro." So I texted her up. I said, "Hey, when can I come pick it up?" She said, "You can come pick it up in the next few days." So I went down to their Coventry and gone and picked him up and came back. It might cost me 10, 20 quid, 15 quid in petrol, but I went down and picked them up. So I've got 300 sunglasses for 50 quid. So work that out now. So you can work that out now. So doesn't that give you a chance now? Doesn't that give you a chance to sell sunglasses for £1? Now the thing about it is this: I put my sunglasses up for £3 at one time, and they were selling very slow. I put it for £2 and they were still selling, but it wasn't that fast. But when I sell it for £1, it coming like I can't even sell. I could sell 100 in one day. I could sell. I think I've sold at least 100 in one day before. They do go like hotcakes. Everybody's like, £1. £1. I mean, everybody and their dog, from the old woman to another man to a younger guy to someone else, is like, £1. I got £1. I got £1. You know, everybody. And so it gives you a chance to play with it. But that's how clever you are. It just depends how clever you are, isn't it? And it was brand new glasses too. You understand? It was brand new. It wasn't second-hand glasses. It was brand new glasses. So now that makes you a genius, doesn't it? That makes you smart, innit? As I said, it depends how smart you are. You understand? Now you got competitive advantage. You're selling sunglasses, you got 300 sunglasses which are brand new. You're in a car boot, which everybody's selling second-hand stuff, and you got brand new sunglasses. So that's just the beginning of your game. You know, I'll give you another example. The other day, a girl came up. She was a pretty girl. She came up. She said, "I got £1 for your sunglasses." I said to her, "Okay." I gave her the sunglasses, and I had these aftershaves, perfumes. And I gave her a perfume. I said, "Here's a perfume for you because you look pretty." She was taken back. She was shocked. She was like, "Ah." She couldn't believe I gave her the perfume. You know what I'm saying? So I see it, Barry. You're making some cheddar at the car boot market. Big up Billy Blue. Okay, do I make money at the car boot sale? The jury's out because I don't want to put my foot in it and tell you, look, I'm making a whole bunch of money at the car boot sale. I will tell you exactly, and I'll be honest with you like this, guys. Look, my give back game on the watch game is quite expensive, and I can't tell you exactly how much it is. But the give back game on the watch game of the brand of the Club Fillers Inc. watch, this watch, the give back. And when I say give back, I don't know, I'm talking in code. The money, to get this watch to my doorstep, it takes a process. I got to pay for the watch. I got to pay for the delivery of the watch. So just for example, say I have 100 watches. I have to pay for the 100 watches. I have to pay for the delivery of the 100 watches from China to England. And then when it comes to England, I got to pay the duty tax for it to come into England. You understand? All this comes into this watch, the price of this watch. And then when I finish all that, I'm putting a box on top of it. I'm putting a bloody box on it. Now this box alone, if you're not clever, this box alone could cost you £2. You might think £2 is not a lot of money. £2 is a lot of money in the game of this. Because now you're buying bloody, not only you're paying for the tax, not only you're paying for the watch, not only you're paying for the delivery, now you got to pay £2 for the watch to put that with the watch. And I sell my boxes with the watches because it sells more. So your give back game, what you got to give back is a lot of money. Do I make money at the car boot? I would not deny that I made money at the car boot. I would deny that. But I do give back a lot of money. So for example, what's the best day I've ever had at the car boot? I have sold 23 watches at the car boot, Club Fillers Inc. watches, which is, to me, is a good day because, you work it out, you know what I mean? But you also got to take out your stock money on top of that. So you might look at the day and think, oh, I've made 500 quid today. Oh, man, that's amazing. 500 quid in a day, you know what I'm saying? But you also got to take out the stock money. You also always got to remember about the stock money. Always got to remember when it comes to and the most selling thing that ever I sell at Car Boot is these Club Fillers Ink watches. They're the number one thing what I sell is the Club Fillers Ink watches. Everything else can't, nothing can touch, except that not even the sunglasses can touch the watches, really. When the watches are the number one, it's just the number one thing to sell. So you got to remember, every time you sell, you got to give back. You got to give back. So that's it. So I'm not saying sitting there denying. Yeah, you got expenses. Understood. That's awesome. Selling 23 watches at a market like that. Yeah, 100%. So to answer your question, I move units, CC. That's the reason why I go. And that's the reason why I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Otherwise, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I wouldn't wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning if I wasn't moving no units. I wouldn't wake up in the morning if I wasn't making no money. I ain't waking up 3 o'clock in the morning unless you're going to pay me above £200 a day. Otherwise, I ain't waking up. I ain't waking up. But you see me waking up 3 o'clock in the morning, you know that, boy, there's money to be earned. If there's money to be earned, I'm all in. If you see me missing my live stream the day before on a Friday, you know that I got to make some money the next day. You know I can't do it. I'm not going to do a live stream and make 500 quid. So I gotta wake up in the morning and make 500 quid. You understand? So the answer to your question is that. And then you also got. I sell. This is what I sell at the Car Boot. I don't only sell that. I sell that watches. I sell the Club Fillers Ink watches. I sell another high brand leather strap watch. I sell my another watch which is off the Beacon track, which is a lower price. I sell sunglasses. I sell aftershaves. I sell aftershave sunglasses. What else do I sell? Aftershave sunglasses, shavers. Now belts now and ladies aftershave, sunglasses, belts, and wallets. I just basically anything I can source myself with and get it at the right price. I source it, sell it, and stick it on the board and sell it. And that's the way it is. So we're gonna go into the 5-point bulletin tonight. If you sell 25 watches every time you went to the market and profit that, the petrol expenses tax, you would be making £150 at least a day. Well, there you go. Well, that's £150 more than what I've got in my pocket right now, shortbread. More than £150 more than what I make on my YouTube channel. So there you go. If that is the case, and the expenses do come down to that, well, there you go. At least that's 150 quid more than, you know what I mean? And it doesn't feel like 150 quid when you sell 25 watches, I can tell you that. Especially when you got a bunch of watches sticking around in your house. When you got a whole bunch of watches sticking around here, it doesn't feel like 150 quid. It feels like a lot of money you made today. You understand? Okay, let's go into the 5-point. Big up Billy Blue coming through at the Club Fillers Ink YouTube channel, man, the myth, the legend. Let's go into the car boots are not finished, but a couple of them are finished. A couple of them are finished, and I will tell you guys which my business model, which I started today. I'll tell you my business model, what I started today, which is quite amazing. Okay, let's go to the 5-point bulletin tonight, the Club Fillers Ink YouTube channel. Can you tell us about your business model? I am doing market stall. My business model is a market stall in Boston Town Centre. That's my new business model, what I started today. I started today on my new business model is the market. Now I've got a market stall in Boston Town Centre, which surprisingly, I started today. And guys, it was raining all day, and the footfall was terrible. When I say footfall, the traffic was terrible. There wasn't much people around, and it was raining all day. And miraculously, I still sold 6 watches today, Club Fillers Ink watches. So give thanks for that. That's when you know you're onto something great. You know, because I swore down that if I woke up, when I woke up this morning, I wasn't going to sell 1 watch in Boston. I would have said, I'm going to do this market store, my new project, what I'm doing for the, I'm not going to sell 1 watch. That's what I said to myself in my mind. This ain't going to go down too well. I can see it coming because I've already sat down at markets Boston and studied Boston and said, this is not going to work out, bro. There's no traffic. There's nothing going on. and I'm going into sudden death. But I wanted to do it anyway because I wanted to I wanted to get something solid in my hometown, so I don't have to be driving 1,000,000 miles to get a puncher. I can basically walk around the corner and bloody have my I was gonna walk around the corner and get a trolley and trolley my stuff around, but I decided to drive around, and it's only 2 seconds away, and I'm in Boston. But I swore down that I wasn't gonna sell one watch today. I said that's not gonna happen, because this kind of traffic and these kind of people, it's not gonna happen. But miraculously, I sold 6 watches today, so give thanks for that. You know what I'm saying? Miraculously. So like I said, that's what I'm saying, when you know you're onto something good, because, you know, if it's a very bad rainy day like that, and you can still pull that off, well, imagine a sunny day where it's all happening in the summertime. You know that you're going to put some big numbers in. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Okay. Give thanks for the blessings, as we said. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. So that's my new project, which I'll be doing, and I'll be doing that all the way till Christmas, and I'm going to be doing that on a weekly basis every day till Christmas, and see how it goes. On top of that, I still will be doing my car boots on the weekends, and I'll be doing my live streams as well. So you see why I was doing the car boot, to level up to the point where I can get to the market stall. I was doing that as a warm-up side of the game. Then I could do the market stall. And then once I got into the market stall, I jumped in it straight in, and I knew exactly what I was doing. You understand? So, there you go. Boss, is it too late to get wealthy at your age? No, it's not. It's never too late to get wealthy, my friend. It's never too late. Let's go into the 5-point bulletin at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. 5, you want to become a car boot seller? You want to become a trader? Let's talk about the 5 things you need to do to get into this at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel tonight. Big up all the guys in the chat. Let's go. Number 5, you need a good, well-selling product. Or 2, you need to source yourself a well-selling product that sells. You know, we are lucky that we have our watch brand. We are lucky that we'll be able to source the sunglasses. I've still got probably 200 sunglasses left. We are lucky that we can move on to different things. And I'm just catering to every market. But you need to have, you got your notepad ready. Okay, good. You need to have a good selling product. It don't make sense going into the market and having something that people don't want or people's not interested in. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember that. And you got to remember, if we're in a place like where I'm at here, you're up a lot of Eastern European people. You got a lot of different kind of market. You got to cater to the people which is around. You got to find out, study what the Eastern European people like. What do people like? Even if you have to bloody, you know what I did ChatGPT'd it. I said, what does Eastern European people like? It came up, they like aftershaves, they like sunglasses, they like shavers. And I went and sourced them, found them for as cheap as possible and sell them back. You understand? And make money. I sold shavers today. I sold the ladies' watch today. I sold the shaver today. I sold the watches today. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I just got that source because I sourced it from ChatGPT and said, what does cater to the audience of what they want? You know what I'm saying? Now I asked them, what does women like? You understand? Tracksuits, but tracksuits, I don't want to do clothes. I don't like clothes. I've got my clothes in, I've got my stuff, and I don't like clothes. I've tried the clothes thing. I showed you lot it. I did it, and I don't like it. The reason I don't like it is because I don't like the size. They want different size in this one. Then you haven't got the size. Then it's some other story. Then it's something else. It's like, God damn, man, forget that, man. I'd rather just do the watches and done, and that way everybody can get into it, and it's for everybody. And if you haven't got the size for this one, you ain't got the size for that one. Get the hell out of here. By the time you finish, it's just a whole bunch of headache. So I don't like clothes. You know what I'm saying? I don't like doing clothes. That's just not my style. Boss, you showed some true signs of entrepreneurship with this new business move. Thanks for that, bro. I appreciate that. I've been working my ass off to get to the position that I can. You know what I'm saying? Do you make a profit from the car boot sale? Well, that's something you'll have to work out. There you go. Car boot starts at 4 o'clock in the morning. So get ready for some sleepless nights. Now, you can say you're going to sleep in, guys, if people will get to the car boot at 4 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning. People get to the car boot at 3:30, get their spot. You got to remember, you cannot secure your spot. You cannot hold your spot. No one's going to hold your spot for you. And if people see that you're moving units and you're dashing out 23 watches, you know, with your watch brand, guarantee you guys, everybody's watching you. Everybody. Your left is watching you, the right is watching you, another man's watching you, behind's watching you. Everybody's watching you. You understand? They're watching you like a hawk and seeing you move units and seeing your spot and seeing what you're doing. And don't think they're not gonna jump in your grave or jump in your spot or try and take what's yours, because there is no loyalty out there. People just want cake. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they don't understand the recipe. Sometimes they think it's just because of the spot, but they got to understand the recipe. It's hard for them to source. It's hard for them to source the watch game, because I realize a lot of them can't. So what they do, they buy it from me and sell it on, which is cool. This gives me a competitive advantage there, and it makes me feel good, because some of them will say, okay, well, I don't know where to get these watches from, so I'm going to buy a bunch from you, and I'm going to sell it for double the price. A lot of them do. They buy it and they sell double the price. Where I might sell my watches for 20 quid or 25 quid, they sell it for 50 quid. They're going to stick it on the store and sell it for 50 quid. They can do it. Probably, I don't know, they got the bonding, they got the frame, or they can sit and wait on it. If you sit and wait on it, yeah, you'll be able to sell it. You'll be able to sell it. It might take a longer process, or, 70 quid, whatever they sell it for. But they buy it, the smart ones, they buy it from me. So this is where you come in, because you got something that not much people have got. Not much people got watches. Ain't nobody got watches in them. When they got watches, it's old watches and crap out watches what they got in the car boot. They ain't got no super duper up-to-date stylish watches what the young guys like, which is alarm, stopwatch, date, water resistant, everything else with your name brand on it and your own face on it. When I show them on the back of it, they say, look, I made this myself. Look, this is my face on the back there. That's my own brand, Club Fillers Inc. That's mine. I made that there. They took them back. How did you do that? I'm shocked. How did you do that? How did you make that? They're like, oh, you're smart, man. You're smart. You know what I'm saying? How do you do that? I've never seen anybody do that before. You understand? So the smart ones will buy it from you and sell it back and take it, because they know they can't find that. You know what I'm saying? Has anybody tried to rob the watch off you in the car? I've had people steal from me in the car. Not the brand watches, but I've had people steal sunglasses. I've had people steal a normal watch. This guy the other day came to my store, and said he was with his girl, and I took him one of the normal. I have these Club Fillers in watches, then I have normal watches, like it's a cheaper version where you buy cheap watches, because you have to have medium, you have to have low, medium, and high. So I had these low watches, which was you buy them for bloody, I don't know, 3 or 4 quid, sell them for 10 quid. So I put it in his hand, and I put the sponge on his hand, the guy's hand. I said, look at this watch. And that's what it was. That's what the watch was. I saw this watches on eBay, 146 watches for 100 quid. 146 watches, but it was it wasn't very good watches. It's not watches which are high-powered sell. It's not something you're going to make. You're not going to be able to high-power sell them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you could just tell quality. It's just, but it was still 146 watches. And I bought them. And I bought all of them. And I stuck them in my store. And I've sold some, I sell them for like 10 quid. But I sell them for like 10 quid. So I put this guy's one in his hand.
Be More Ron super chatted £3.72. Is there any way you could help Kelly Caldwell out with a consultation? His channel has been destroyed by your enemy. He needs your knowledge.
Right, so big up Be More Ron for that super chat there at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. I haven't got the answer to that question, but I could have a drink which is called Captain Morgan Zero. I can have a drink for that one. You know, I don't know the answer to that question, my friend. I don't. I can't save the world. I got to. You know how much things I got to do. I don't go around saving people. You're not gonna imagine the things I got to do. And you know, here you go. But big up Bimo Ron for that super chat there, Captain Morgan Zero. Let's keep moving. Let's keep trucking. Big up. I hope you're paying attention. You must keep your spot and try and keep it. Once you're making money, people will steal your spot. This is very, very important, guys. Once you see the spot I made 25 watches from, that was the best day I ever made. The next week I came, the spot was gone. Was gone. I never had, and I came late that week. I came about 6 o'clock that week, and the spot was gone. That was the spot I made 25 watches from. It was gone. I came about 5 o'clock in the morning to the car boot, and the spot was gone. Someone would steal your spot. There was no spots next to it either. I had to go all the way up the top, around the back where the toilets were, and I could smell the backdrop of the toilet. I could have swore that day I was going to make the day I come to the car boot and not make one sale. I could have swore down that this is the day it became to about, I said car boot is from like 7 o'clock in the morning till 11, and that's it. It came to about 9:30. I said, yeah, this is the day I'm not making one sale in my car boot. I've been thrown up the top, and miraculously I did sell. I made £100. So, you know, like I said, I don't know how sometimes I do it, but I did it. I don't know, man. I just perseverance and was just like, I was determined. But yeah, so you got to understand your spot is not secure, and your spot's gonna be taken, especially when you start pumping through and making cake. People are watching. The streets are watching, and everybody's talking. Everybody in the car boot's talking. Like, you see, you know, the Club Fillers guy. You know, the Club Fillers guy, man. He's been killing it over there, man. I see him selling watches. I see him selling. He's been killing it over there. All like, man, yeah. They all come over and they're looking, see what you're selling, see what's this and that. Oh, lovely setup, man. Lovely stall, man. Oh, I love the way you set it up all in. Because you see the way I set up my stall, guy? That's AI again. Go back to ChatGPT. How do I set a stall up to make it look nice? Put your things in different rows. You see why sometimes you need ChatGPT. You need to get above the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, set your stall out so it's looking pretty. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, their streets are watching. And they want to see why. And they want to see how. And there's no loyalty out there. People will take your spot. They'll just take it. So, man, this guy made all this money in there last week. I'm jumping in this spot this week. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you come late. You wake up 6 o'clock in the morning. You think you can just wake up and get there for 7 o'clock. I wish you the best of luck, mate. You understand? You'll be pushed all the way up the top. And no one else can see you. You understand? So you got to get there early. You got to get your spot. And you got to wake up there. People get there for 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning just to keep their spot. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So you got a choice. You want to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, or you want to mess about and you want to stop dart-arsing around, and next minute you're all the way up the top and you lost your spot. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. But it sounds like ChatGPT is a blessing. It's helped you achieve 10-year plan of becoming a millionaire. I wish it could. But it's helped a lot. But yeah, it hasn't. But it helped a lot, though. It's helped. It is a good blessing. But it has not helped. It can make you a millionaire. It can make you rich. It can't make you rich. It can just, you got to come up with the ideas and they advance on it. That's what it does. You know what I mean? I went from 1 small table to 3, yes. Because I stepped my game up. And I took it serious. You know what I'm saying? You see how small the first table was? Tiny little table. I just didn't know what I was doing, did I? And then I spread it out. I realized you got to spread out, bro, and claim your area. You know what I mean? So there you go. You know, so you must get make sure you keep your spot and get there. You know, once you start making money, people will take all your stuff. There you go. Okay, let's keep going at the club, fellas, in case everybody's on point, I think. Well, guys, you must make friends. This is something which I've got a talent in. I've got a talent. See the gold coming through. I've got a talent. Everybody knows I've got a marketing PR talent. I can make friends like this. Today, I'll tell you a story, guys. I'll tell you a story today. True story. True story. I came to the market stall today. First time new guy on the block in the market stall in Boston. Now, I knew that there was a lady who has a trailer. And has a trailer that sells watches. And I knew, but not all the time she comes, but she's been there for a little while. So I went to the manager to the person. I said, look, I don't know where my stall is. Can you tell me where the spot is? He said, he showed me where my spot is. And he said, and it was right opposite where the lady was who sells watches. She sells watches, but she sells watches she sells some old watches. No, she sells watches, but it's not modern tech watches. You know what I'm saying? It's like coming like she's been around for a long time, or she has. Hear the story. So he said to me, what are you selling? I said, I'm selling watches. She's coming running out. I don't know where she came from. I mean, I felt like I was back in the warehouse again. She comes running out. She goes, are you selling watches? I said, yes, I'm selling watches. She said, you should not be allowed on this market. She said, you should not be allowed on this market. I was like, God, that's what I was taken back. Where's this woman come from? I was like, God damn, this woman, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not answering 1, 2 really simple questions, bro. You're too simple, bro. You know what I'm saying? She goes, you should not be selling watches. Hear her to the marketing manager. Send him round it. Send him round the back there. Send him round the back. And my spot was right opposite where the Kentucky was. So it was a main spot. You know what I'm saying? And I said to the woman, I only applied for my spot, love. I didn't know you were going to be here. I only applied for my spot, and this is my spot. I didn't know. I didn't ask if there was going to be someone else selling watches. You're going to be competition to me. That's what she said. You're going to be competition to me. I said, I don't have competition. As a matter of fact, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you because I'm going to send you when people want to adjust. A lot of people want to adjust the strap of my watches. A lot of people want to get a new battery, and I'm going to send them to you. She goes, no, send him over the other side. So anyway, the marketing manager said to me, look, man, you can't set up here. Your spot's here, but you can't set up here. So they stuck me around another part of it. This is a part where a lot of people don't walk around. The only thing about it, I was like, all right, cool. Because I wasn't going to make no problems. You know what I'm saying? What could I do? You know, Sam New block in the block. You know what was great about the situation was that it was, where they stuck me was opposite the bank. And that was like a blessing in disguise because people was coming out of the bank with cash. So there you go. So I never lost, but she had the most strap on, the most. I never seen a person so annoyed and disgusted in all her life. She goes, I've been here for 16 years. That's what she said. I mean, at that point, I was like, I'm not going to get into an argument over a bloody store. I'm not going to make me a millionaire. You understand? I'm not going to argue with this woman. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I moved on. So, so like I said, so when it comes to, like I said, so I went around the other side. And when I went around the other side, there was traders. The trader was opposite me. He was the most nicest guy, one of the nicest guys I've met on stall. And all the ladies was doing stalls down the side. They all kept coming to me and was talking to me and chatting me up and being friendly and being very nice. And they were very, very nice. It turned out the side where I was at they were very, very nice people. And they were very friendly. And I can make friends easy. And they all became my friends, my next door neighbor. And everybody else became my friends. And we became friends today. And we worked together and there was no problem. You understand? And it was a blessing in disguise because I was opposite a bank, so there's no problem. But she was kicked up a real stink, man. I'll tell you, man. I've never seen anybody kick up a stink like that. But yeah, so like I said, you've got to make friends. And the thing is, when I'm in the car booth, guys, when I'm in the car booth, everybody knows me by now. Because I'm friends with everybody in the car booth. But the stall, the stall in the market store is a new one. But the car booth, everybody knows me. And you've got to make friends, guys. There's a guy who told me, there's a guy who I was friends with. He was a good friend of mine. He was friends with me. And he said to me, you know what? He said, you know what? You look like you got a good little store there and you're friends with me and we was friends. He said, I do a market stall up in another place, some far place. And I've got a spot next to me. You should, he said, you should come he said, you should come to with me, and I would secure the spot for you. And I went up to the car boot where it was far away. It's about an hour and a half away from me. And I went up there the other day, and it was a very busy car boot sale, very busy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you gotta be friends. You gotta have friends, bro. You gotta have friends. You gotta have friends. You gotta make friends of people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. She became a blessing in disguise. That's what it was. It became a blessing in disguise because I didn't buy into her what she wanted me to do, and that was to start arguing over a bloody market store. Bloody, you know, I only bloody applied for a market store. I didn't bloody ask to, you know, if she was going to be there or not. You know what I'm saying? You know, so yeah, so that was one of them things, but it turned out to be it was banging loud. I don't know whether they were doing that because I was shouting. I got some lady upstairs. I've been here before. Can chill. Yeah, probably doing that because I was shouting loud. But anyway, I've been here. This is my territory. I'm acting like the lady now. Anyway, so yeah, so basically, I was. So you got to make friends. They'll help you along the way. You got to make friends with other people, and you know, they'll help you to make success of whatever you're gonna do. You know, don't try and go in there and be stush or anything like that. And that's one thing of my talent is everybody knows my talent. I got a PR talent. I can make friends like there ain't no tomorrow. Just kick over friends, just like quickly. It's just when people first meet me, they're apprehensive, but when they get to know me, they know, boy, they think I'm a real cool guy. I think you should promote your channel at the Car Boot Sale live stream channel, not anymore. Thailand Information Center, Single Man's Travel channel. 1, 2, 3. I can't keep up with you, bro. I can't keep up with you. You know, we're not gonna keep 1, 2, 3. We're not gonna keep up with dunce people. Sorry to call you dunce, but I'm sorry, bro. It's just too much dunceness, bro. You know, we're on a plane and we're flying this plane, and in order to fly the plane, we have to level up with engines and do different things and keep revolving. As I keep telling you about evolving. You don't just sit down in the same place doing the same thing over and over and over again. Live streaming, taking shots, live streaming, taking shots, You evolve, brother. You buy products. We bought this brand from the Club Fillers Inc. Sell them. Find a way of selling them. I don't care if you got to sell it. If I could sell them on eBay, I would. If I could sell them online, I would. If I could sell them anywhere you can find to sell them, you sell them. And you make money, and you evolve, and you use that money to go into something else. It doesn't mean your whole brand of watches, your channel is brand of watches, that you're moving units. You still got a travel watch channel, but you're just moving your game up so you can make money from your watches, and you can make money from your channel. And if you make a lot of money from your watches, it will boost your channel to do travel, and you can travel the world, man. God damn, bro. What is wrong with you, man? God damn. Doesn't mean your channel is about watches. It's just ridiculous. He just doesn't get the journey. Just expects me just to sit down and talk about traveling all day long. Traveling. You evolve, brother. You buy your watches, sell your watches, you move on. And then, you know what I mean, you get that money and you could travel the world with it if you become rich. And then you still got a traveling channel. God damn, bro. How much explaining do I have to do? Okay, let's keep going at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Let's go into number 1. I see you there, Robert back in Asia. I see Wanderer is in China. Big up to Wanderer. You know what I'm saying? There you go. 1, 2, 3. Time out for foolishness. There you go. Take 5 minutes in the corner. Because obviously, you know, everybody else gets the journey. Everybody else gets the reason why I'm doing this. Because it takes capital to travel the world. It takes capital to do these things. Where's it going to come from? From a $5 streamer. You move, you level up. You try to do your best to level up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's keep it going. Let's go to number 1. Let's not pay attention to foolishness. Press 1 in the chat if you think car boot is low-level hustling. Or press 2 if you would give it a try. If you would give it a go and you wouldn't think it was low-level hustling, press 2. Or if you think it's too low level, it's beyond me, it's too low level, press 1 in the chat. Lots of 2s in the chat. There you go, guys. Lots of 2s. I'm proud of that. You should give it a go. There's lots of chat. Give it a go, bro. As I said to you, it doesn't matter where you sell your product from, as long as you're selling it. As long as you're moving your units, that's what's important. Don't think that it's low level and it's below you to do the car boot, or it's too small. Level up. Wherever you find, definitely low level, but got to start somewhere. I mean, like I said, it doesn't matter if you think it's low level, man. It's just where the units are moving. You got a whole bunch of units in your house. I had 200 units in my house sitting around. What are you going to do? Just look at them? They're not selling on the bloody website for £515. We sold a few on our YouTube channel. We sold a few here. We've got to find some other ways to sell them. You better start selling them. And it doesn't matter. Does it matter where you sell them? As long as you're making money. Does it matter if you sell them? You know, just as long as you're selling them. That's what's important. You know what I'm saying? Now I think the link to Birmingham to buy goods car boot mentioned this before. Trust me. Now, Barry. Now I link in Birmingham to buy a car boot. Mentioned it before. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's something I can do. Gold. I can move on to that. But what it is, gold. I don't want to, I've got to do smart, intelligent chess moves. I can't run before I can walk. Car boots, Birmingham's a far away from me, bro, to do a car boot. And I can't run before I can move. What I should do, gold, from now, what I want to do is, like I said, I want to do a second stall with someone else with a worker, to get a worker. What did you say? Barry, now I link in Birmingham to buy goods. To buy goods for the car boot. Mentioned it before. Okay, yeah. Well, if the links are sorry about that. Go. Yeah, if you can get gold, if you can get links in Birmingham, wherever it is, show me where the link is to buy car boot stuff. But I'm not looking to buy secondhand stuff, bro. Gold, this is what it is, gold. I understand what you're saying as well. I misunderstood what you were saying. I'm not looking to buy secondhand stuff. I don't buy secondhand stuff. I don't need the secondhand stuff. MC Bargains. I'll check him out and see what he's got. But I'm very particular about what I buy, gold. I don't buy secondhand stuff. Make sure it's brand new. And make sure that it's sourceable. And the guy's a millionaire. It's second. It ain't secondhand. Okay. I'll check him out then, go. There you go. That's what I'll do. Well, do you think you can give away perfume to Dime as a new market store? You could get some P. Yeah, I mean, of course you can. Of course you can, short point. You can play with that. You can play with that because, the perfume costs nothing. It costs nothing to me, but you give her the perfume and she was blown away. So yeah, gold, I'll check that one out. The guy's a millionaire. Yeah, I'll check it out. You know, guys, listen, if you source, you know, I'm not going to make $1 million from car boot. I'm not going to make it, but what I can do, if I level up, let's go into the Thailand Information Center. If I level up from the car boot, see, then you've got to level up again. If I level up we're going into the Thailand Information Center, and we talk about everything and anything that goes down in the Thailand community. If I level up from the car boot and say I do now, so from the car boot, I've gone from the car boot now and I'm doing a market stall. So now if I market stall, maybe if I get them to put my products, my watches in shops, imagine if I get them in the shops, or I get a link to put them in you know, in a supermarket or in a shop. And then I'm in orbit, you understand? But, you know, you have to be very patient. MC Bargains, I'll check him out, bro. MC Bargains, I'll check him out at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Big up for that gold coming through with the source of information. Yeah, I'm always up for, you know, sources and information and trying to, you know, if anybody can come up with some things, I'm always up for that. I'll keep my eyes on the streets, you know what I'm saying? I'm not closed-minded. You know, so I'm always up for that, you know what I'm saying? Yep, I see them MC Bargains on Facebook. So what I'm gonna do is subscribe to his channel and follow him. Bargains Operate, there you go. Follow him. You're following his page. There you go. It sounds good to me. I'll check him out, gold, and I'll do that when I finish my stream. There you go. Because I'm always looking for something. Yeah, you know, we can sell, buy, take back, and whatever it is. Whatever I can think that which is best, which is organic to me. You understand? Big up gold coming through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Big up for that. Okay. I got him. He's done market for decades. He has serious dude in the game. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be doing market stalls or car boot. In your opinion, could you make dough and have a habit of smoking? Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing car boot for a long period of time because I'm a guy, guys. I'm always looking to level up. What does that mean? So if I'm doing streaming, I'm looking to get product so I can level up and do something else. So if I'm doing car boot or if I'm doing market store, I'm looking to level up. I'm looking, how can I, so my next thought now in my mind, which is on my mind, is how can I get my Club Fillers Inc. watches in a shop? How can I get them in Asda? How can I get them in Sainsbury's? How can I get them in a department shop? How can I get them in a local shop? How can I level up to that ground? And I'm doing my research on it, but, you know, it takes a lot, you see, you got to remember, guys, what you got to remember is this. There's two things which my issue is. It's not an issue. It's not a big issue. The thing with my situation is this. One, I'm working with my own bread. I'm putting up my own bread. They call it putting up your own bread. And the good thing about putting up your own bread is this. One is that you not have to pay. You don't have a debt. I don't have no debt. So right now, I don't have no debt. I have a watch brand. I have a YouTube channel. And I don't have no debt at this point. And if I start leveling up to the point where I have to buy thousands and thousands of products, I'm going to have to either get a angel investor, which is going to be hard, or I'm going to have to go into debt to take the risk of doing it, which is a big risk. But I would take it because it is a major move. But, you know, so right now I'm running off my own back. This is not easy. You know what I'm saying? You know, there you go. There you go. You know, there you go. You don't, that's the, Clucker, let me advise you something. You don't need to be known who you are, brother. You knowing who you are has got nothing to do with it, brother. When people look at a product and they go and find a product in Sainsbury's, they don't say, I know who that person is, so I'm going to buy that product. You know, it doesn't work like that, man. Let me tell you how it works, Clucker. People go into a place like Sainsbury's or H&M, wherever they go, and they look for a product, and they think the nicest modern tech product, what's good for them, what suits them, what they like for their own self. They don't give a damn if it's your name or not. It's what suits them and what's best for them. You understand? Your name has got nothing to do with it. Now, if you are Kylie Jenner or you're Kim Kardashian, yeah, you can sell more products. But, you know, at that stage, so most people, you're not at that stage, you move with what you got. You know what I mean? People knowing you has got nothing to do with you selling the products. You know what I'm saying? Billionaires live on debt, keep their own money. Very true, God. Very true. What they use the debt because the debt is tax-free. So you don't get taxed on debt, and they keep their money in an offshore bank or in another island or in a Swiss bank or in Dubai or in Singapore in another bank, and they use debt, mortgages, debt, car debt, lease cars, different things like that. So when all the bang comes, they just give back the car, give back the thing, and they keep there. They still got their money. They haven't lost their money. It's kind of, but that's rich people problems, isn't it? I'm not rich. I am a struggling, I'm a struggling entrepreneur. And that's the truth. I'm a struggling entrepreneur. Was trying to crack the code. You know what I'm saying? From the rock bottom, from car boot up to, you know, maybe I can get get a break and get a chance. It's there, you know what I mean? Boss, ChatGPT says you need to contact stores compiling pitch, including physical samples. Do you think you could do that? Yeah, 100%. I did that. I've researched that with ChatGPT already. Son of prawn, I've done that already, and I've actually contacted places already. Doesn't mean they're going to email you back, though. I can tell you that. That's another thing. You need more connections than that. The wealthy people I know had the highest level of debt at one point. Always do. You know. One of your sources would be TeamU. One of my biggest sources are TeamU. 1, 2, 3. But what difference does it make? As I said to you, it doesn't matter where you source your product from. One of my biggest sources, I was looking at it the other day when I was going through my, doing my paperwork. And I saw most of my sources are from TeamU. But what difference? It doesn't make no difference. It doesn't make no difference where you source your product from. You know what I mean? It doesn't make it source. Can you sell through Amazon? I sold from Amazon. I never sold one. I put it on Amazon. Or maybe I put it up too high. I put my watches on Amazon for £99. I never sold one. I've put my watches on TikTok shop for £99. Never sold one. I put my shop on eBay and never sold one for £99. So, you know, it's trial and error, isn't it? Everywhere you're trying to sell, you can't sell them. So you got to find somewhere. You got to find somewhere. I put it. I've sold on my website, but I sold on my website when I discounted it when I first got my watches. I sold a couple. I've sold on my YouTube channel. I've sold on my website. The most I've ever sold was when somebody suggested to do the car boot was the car boot. I've sold over 100 watches in the car boot. So what do? You stick to what sells, don't you? You stick to what works. You know what I'm saying? If it's not working online, if I had my way, it would be like, we stick on Amazon and we'll sell a whole bunch of them and I'll be rich, wouldn't I? But it's not working, is it? So, and unless I'm going to drop my prices, and I don't want to drop the prices to devalue the watch. If I drop my prices on Amazon, on eBay, and I'm going to devalue the watch, then the watch is not worth nothing. And people click online and see this watch is worth 20 quid. Oh, forget it. Let's go on his website. His watch is worth 20 quid. Laugh at you. It's devalue the watches. You know, you don't devalue your watches. You keep your watches. You smashed it with the watches, Baz. I wouldn't. I wouldn't say I pick up for that one. Yeah, I'm looking to level up. You know what I'm saying? But boss says low quality stuff from China doesn't last long. Any advice on anyone to buy stuff? I mean, you know, like I said to you, I can't talk to you, bro. I can't talk to you. I just can't talk to you, bro. You know, like I said, so you can, it doesn't matter where you source your products from. It just depends on how you can buy them. You buy low and you sell high. That's all it is. It's just a simple game, simple format, guys. You find a product which is low and you sell it high. And because when you're at a car boot, your pitch is so low for only £5 for the day, you can play the game in a different ball game. You can roll the dice in a different way. So, you know, you could put £5 on top of anything you got and you're already quids in. Because all you got to do is cover your pitch money. So you could put £5 on top of anything and you're quids in. You understand? And if you do that a few times, so if you put £10 on top of anything you got, you're real quids in. You understand? It's all buy low and sell high. That's all it is. and how clever you are. It's how clever of a sourcer you are. If you're not when I say source, what does source mean? Source means where you can buy your place. Source means where you buy your product from. When I say source, where you go and look for your product. Where can I find 300 sunglasses for 50 quid? Oh, I found that, bro. I know I could sell that. Bang. Oh, where can I find, how can I mean, it's harder when you're making a brand, when you're making your own watch and you're making your own product. It's harder because you've got everything behind it. You've got everything behind it. It's a little bit more difficult because you've got expenses. But there you go. That's what I'm trying to say. So, I hope you're with me. Okay, so let's recap. You are selling lots of car boots. Okay. However, none sell on Amazon. What should you do? Well, there's nothing you can do. There's only two things you can do. Leave it. Leave it on Amazon for £99 and one day you can sell it, or just leave it. It's not the way you can sell it. It's not the way. That's not the one I'm looking for. It's not the angle. You haven't cracked the diamonds in that kind of angle. So what you do is this. This is what you do. And I'm talking about my own brand. If you want to keep your brand as a valued brand, because remember, when you're selling a watch, this watch, it's not just a watch you're selling. You're selling Club Fillers Inc., which it says Club Fillers Inc. You're selling your face. You're selling all your clout. You're selling everything you've put in 5 years of YouTube and everything. You're putting it all into a watch. So it's not just a watch. When Kylie Jenner sells a watch or sells perfume, she's not just selling the perfume. She's selling the whole brand. So you're selling the whole brand. So what you do, when it's your flagship website, make sure it's at the highest point ever. So if somebody touches your flagship website, they say, oh shit, or this watch is worth something, because this comes with his brand. It comes with everything. It comes with products, comes with different things. And then you do different things, like you sell. So for example, if you do, so that your flagship will be there. Now, when you sell it, when you go down like places like eBay and Amazon and these places, you can lower the price and make it like £99. It doesn't mean it's going to sell, but it might sell one day. It don't mean because it's not selling, you might sell one day, and then you go down from there. You can go down from it. You can sell them in any other way. You can sell them, whether it's bloody online or it's whatnot or car boot or market. You sell them at a lower price. And that's what you do. But that doesn't mean you disturb everything else. It doesn't mean you devalue your whole brand because you're selling at the car boot. It just means that you keep the other price, so you keep the value of your watch high, but then you go down to the car boot, liquidated stock. You're liquidating your stock, if you understand. This is liquidated. Your end of line stock you're getting rid of at the car boot and market stores. It doesn't mean you have to devalue the whole brand for that. There you go. Well, surely someone famous needs to sell a brand. No, they don't need to. They don't. So someone famous. Sells a brand. They sell themselves. They sell the brand. Sells itself. They just put on a name on anything, and then it becomes expensive. That's all it is. Because that's when a product becomes expensive about what the name of it is about. So, for example, the Club Fillers Inc. watch is $5.15 on my website because of my brand and what I built up over the 5 years of everything, my channel and everything, my website, my clout and everything else. That's what the price is, and that's what I value my watch at. You understand? That's just the way it is when it comes to marketing and making sales. What about hundreds of thousands of debt in the bank investing? I'm not going to do that. That's exactly what Steve Jobs would do. You get iPhones cheap, yeah, and Apple, exactly. Well, there you go. It's the same thing. If you buy watches for £10 each and sell them for £20, that means 100% margin and £10 profit per sale. If you sell 100 watches per day on Amazon, eBay, TikTok, that's £1,000 profit per day. Yeah, well, that's very hard to do, Shortbread. It's very difficult to sell 1,000, 100 watches, bro, on eBay, and unless you crack the code, you've done something. It's very difficult for you to do that, bro. They're realistic of it. You're not going to sell 100 watches. Don't get it twisted. if you've made £10 on any kind of unit that you're selling, you've done good. But you're not going to sell a volume of 100 in a day. You're not going to do that, bro. Let's just let's be let's be realistic. You know, the realistic of it is that if you run enough ads, and you're on Facebook and you run enough ads on Amazon, these places, you might sell 3 or 4 a day or 5 a day if you run enough ads. But you've got to push it all out there, innit, to the world and get it out there. And people got to like the product, and the product's got to be great. If you don't, it doesn't matter what product it is. It's hard. It's not easy to sell anything. It's not easy to sell 25 watches anyway. Much as 100. It's hard, you know what I mean? You should look at 4P on marketing. Okay. So there you go. Okay. So there you go. So your products. So there you go. So well, as I said, I want to reach to the stage when it comes to my products where I have them in a shop, and I don't need to do car boot or market no more. If I get my products into a shop, I'm in orbit. I'm rich. That's when we're rich, and we worked it out the other day too. But we're rich. But we have to get to that stage. It's not easy. You have to be very clever, a little bit lucky. You've got to get brought in by somebody. You know, you can have connections to do it. There's people who have connections for shops. You can put them in and everything else. But then you need units too. You got to remember that. So once you start, say a shop says, okay, I'm going to put it in my shop to test it out. I want 1,000 units. That alone could be 20 grand, say, or 15, whatever the price is. You know what I mean? And then, you need money, bro. You need money. See, this is when you go into debt. I mean, it's good debt because it's a really good, you're going to make money. You're going to make money without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? But, you see, this is when you start leveling up. It's a whole different level. You know what I mean? But I do want to get to that level where I don't need to be doing that no more. I can do it like that. But that's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? This is how it is. You know what I'm saying? Can't run before you walk, 100%. You have to take it slow. And you have to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and try and sell movie products at 4 o'clock in the morning when everybody else is sleeping. You know, you got to do the work, ain't you? You got to do the hard work. You got to do the hard work. You understand? There you go. Story time at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Let's go into story time. So I'm going to tell the story one more time. Again, I'm going to tell the story again because I didn't tell the story before. I'll tell the story if you didn't hear it before. So my new business model is I'm doing a market stall in Boston Market. And I've got my own stall now. So I am officially doing that. And I started today, and got all my products, got everything together, and I went to get my store. Woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I got to the place at 7, which was quite late, which is good timing for me. So I got there at 7, and I went to the marketing manager and said, "Can you tell me where my store was?" I went to get my store, and he showed me where the store was, but there was opposite. There was a lady, which was which sells watches, and I know her. But she's always been a grumpy lady. But she actually threw a hissy fit. She threw a complete hissy fit and went absolutely crazy for the fact that she said, "Are you selling watches?" Her exact words was, "Are you selling watches?" She was so disgusted at the fact that I was selling watches. She said, "You shouldn't be allowed on this market," you know. And, and I was taken back because, I was like, well, and I said to her, well, I'm not, and she started talking about competition. I said, I'm not going to be competition because I could bring my customers to you. She goes, "You should not, I've been here for 16 years and all kind of different stuff." So I was like, all right. So, I was taken back a little bit and she was catching a big hissy fit about it. So the marketing manager said he's going to move me. So they moved me to somewhere else, but it was opposite a bank, and it was over the other side where not much people walk, and I moved over to the other side. But the other side where I was, which, I didn't really care, but I know there's not a lot of foot people around there, but still. I still managed to sell 6 watches today, which I give thanks for. And I saw the ladies watch and I saw the shaver. So I still made money today. And, you know, and the other thing is, I'm opposite a bank, so it could have been a blessing in disguise. You know, this happens a lot in market stores. People have pictures. People get scared of you. You know what I mean? She's been in the game for 16 years. She's got older watches. You're coming with modern tech watches. You're coming with new stuff. You're stepping on her toes. You might take her customer. She's scared. You understand? This happens a lot. You understand? I didn't buy into it. I didn't buy into the drama. You know what I'm saying? I just moved on, carried on with my store, and kept doing my thing. You understand what I'm saying to you? This is coming from experience. So, you know, the lesson, what you learn here is that, you know, sometimes you just got to just humble yourself, even though she never had no right to act like that. Because we got to remember is that they're trying to grow Boston market as big as they can. The Boston market is suffering, it's struggling. And they're trying to grow it as big. They're not going to grow it if they just have the same old people there all the time. They need to revolutionize the game. That's where we come in. With revolutionized game from Team U. Now, we have revolutionary watches like the new watches and new brands and new things and shavers and aftershave and different things that come true and brand new. This is where we come in and revolutionize the game of Boston. You understand? But they see you as a threat because they know that you're coming and you're coming hard. And I am a threat because I realize that I think I've got something special. I think I've got something special. I think I am special. I think when it comes to my brand and my store, I'm special. I think it poured down with rain today, and I still managed to sell 6 watches. And I went into market today, woke up this morning, thinking to myself, I'm not even going to sell 1 watch today. Imagine that. But you know what? I still got to do this project because I want to get in there with the council. You understand? So I did it, and this is a job for me. You understand? This is a job, my new job. This is my new job. This is my new, you know, business model. So I wanted to do it. But then surprisingly, because I said blessings on top of blessings, I still managed to pull that off. So imagine a sunny day, when it's bright, sunny, good day, where everybody's out with good footfall, we would kill the game. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, so, you know, moving forward. So that was the story today. The lesson, what you learn from that is that when you go into sudden death situations and people are obviously seeing threat, just be able to handle yourself and don't buy into people's drama. You understand? There you go. Okay. Okay. Signs of the time. No pun instead. Yeah. So there you go. You know, there you go. If you could find an indoor market, yes, it would be. But that's the way it is. Okay. Okay, there you go. Right. That is story time. We are going to go into the Thailand Information Center. That's story time. And yeah, we went into the Thailand Information Center and everything else, and we're hanging out. We got 10 hours and 30 minutes into the live stream. We're 54 in the chat. So we got big things on the horizon, guys. So, you know, we got big things. I've also got to travel to the Philippines. I want to take a trip to the Philippines in December. So I'm trying to put in 3 months hard work, dedicated work on maybe Kabu, live streaming, and market store. Try and gather up as much cash as I can, and I want to travel. I definitely want to travel for my birthday. I don't want to be here. I want to be traveling. I want to be, you know, I want to be traveling somewhere in the Philippines, and I want to be enjoying myself. You know, I want to take a trip to the Philippines, and I want to take a break from it. I've been really, guys. I've really worked hard to get in this position right now, off camera. What you lot haven't seen, I've really worked hard night and day. You know, waking up, getting the store right, seeing the store, getting it right, getting the thing, getting this, coming up with mastermind things, putting my brain to it, you know what I'm saying? And I deserve a break. Will you visit Bella? I'm not interested in visiting Bella, bro. It's not interest for me to visit Bella when I go to the Philippines. There's loads of women, there's thousands of women in the Philippines, bro. Why do I need to go and visit Bella now? I mean, there's loads of women in the Philippines, bro. Loads of new women. Proud of your dedication, man. Big up for that, man. Yeah, so there's thousands of women in the Philippines which are waiting for me, and new women. I can meet new women and new style of women who I can get for myself. So I don't need to wait for Bella. What's your opinion on proposal of the digital ID card? Well, my opinion is that they create a problem, they have a solution, and that was their idea in the beginning to try and bring in the ID card. They were just testing it to see if people were ready. But obviously they realised people are not ready for the ID card. But it will come in. It's revelation revealing itself. They'll have ID card, and then you can't buy nothing unless you have the mark of the beast. So it will come in at some point, but it won't come in this time because people are not ready for it. It will come in at some point. Bella never took your advice and never went live. Yeah, well, there you go. She can't come back for no more money, though, can you, Thailand? She can't come back for no more. She can't come with another scam, though, can she? That's the good thing about them girls. What I like about the Philippine girls, when I tell them they've got to come on live stream to make money, they never come back again. They never come back with another scam because they know, oh, shit, Barry's just going to tell me to go live. So, there you go. She made some money, I made some money, good luck. She don't want to stream, good luck. She don't want money, good luck to her. That's her life, you know what I'm saying? These people which are killing the game when it comes to live streaming. Some of these girls, Double Trouble in Asia, Filipino Bombshell, Yee ladies, girls killing the game, murdering the game. And if you decide that you don't want to do that, you don't want to part that cake, well, good luck to you. Saying, yeah, you don't want to part of that cake, that's up to you. But if there's money to be made, if you're as a woman, it's easy, isn't it? See, the thing about some women is like this, guys. Some women have just come to the conclusion that they're going to lie on their back. They're going to lie on their back to make money. And that's all they know how to do, and that's all they're ever going to do. So they're just going to sleep with as much guys as they can and make a little bit of money from as guys they can until they find that knight in shining armor to take them out of their misery. Most of them do. You know what I'm saying? And most of them do. No matter how old they are, how much kids they got. You got some guy come along and take them up. And so, because in the back of their mind, they know they're going to find some simp somewhere along the line to take them up and take them out of their misery. So why do all the hard work of live streaming and the stress of it, waking up 3 o'clock in the morning to go and do car boot and bloody 6 o'clock to do bloody market store? Why you have to go through all that stress? All I got to do is lie down with some guy, tell him some rendezvous, and all of a sudden the money comes out. So that's in the back of their mind. So they're not going to do hard work. They detest hard work. Like, they see live streaming as hard work. You know what I'm saying? They see, you ain't got to do something, they just see it as hard work. So that's the way it is. Yeah, she could make a whole bunch of money if she's smart, but she's not smart. Most of these girls are not smart. I gotta use the toilet, man. Most of these girls are not smart. And the ones which are smart, like Double Trouble in Asia, they make thousands and thousands of pounds. You got a choice. You can make thousands, or as I said, some of them just give up and think, oh, well, I'm just gonna just lay on my back and find some guy. Just give me aftershave with perfume. Good luck. I can't sit down and worry about women. Women are gonna be all right, man. I can tell you that. You're gonna worry about men. Men are not gonna be okay, bro. We gotta get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go and fucking do some car boot. Wash your hands, dry your hands. So, like I said, let's not sit down and worry about women because they're going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? This is why, you can lead horse to the water. You can't force him to drink it, can you? You know what I'm saying? There you go. And dare I say, that's the same with Aaliyah. So what Aaliyah is the same way. In the back of her mind, she knows she's gonna find some guy who's gonna come along. And another thing about Aaliyah, she thinks she's the shit. So you know what I'm saying? So she's gonna find some guy, if she hasn't found it already, to come along and pile up a whole bunch of money, and then that's it. And they don't need to be doing all kinds of stuff like that. Must be hard Docklands. It must be hard Docklands to car boot. I admire your motivation. Skip Archie, if there's money to be made, I'm all in. You should know that from my YouTube streets. If there's cake to be made, I don't give a shit what time it is in the morning. I don't give a shit if it's 2, 3, I don't give 2 toss. If there's money to be made, I'm all in, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm all in. I might not make £700,000 from the car boot, but I tell you what, you're going to make more than you make on the live stream. I tell you that. And the live streaming game is getting tougher and tougher and tougher. I've made a $5 tonight. You understand? So I might not make a whole bunch of money, but you know what I'm saying? But at least I'm moving my units, and I'm moving forward with my life, and something greater and bigger things are coming. And you know what I mean? And I'm moving forward. So it's not like I'm making a whole bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I keep working, I might get over my threshold this year of my personal allowance, but you know, we'll see how that goes. You know what I'm saying? Because I have expenses too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but we got to do something. We got to. I have to, guys. Me personally, I have to crack something. I can't sit down on a live stream for 5, 6 years just doing the same thing all the time. Just sit there in a straight. I got to do something in it. I got to use that clout what I got from that, pull it into a watch and put that watch into something, and then pull it into something else. I mean, if you're smart, I suppose you pull it into something else, and then all of a sudden you crack that, and all of a sudden you're making a whole bunch of money from that thing, and then you're making all this money every month, and then all of a sudden you can just fly anywhere in the world, and you're still making that money. You know, you got to try something. You got to push the boundaries a little bit. You can't just sit down and say, oh, I've got all this clout, I've got all this, everybody knows me, and just leave it like that. Put it into something. Put it into a tangible asset, which can sell and sell itself and move on from it. You know what I mean? You didn't build it all up just to do nothing with it, did you? You built it all up to put it into something else. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, maybe you could find yourself an angel investor who believes in you and gives you $100,000, or you know, someone who comes along and says, I'll buy everything off you, your watches, your store, your bloody YouTube, everything. I'll give you bloody, I don't know, 100 grand, 150 grand, or 200 grand for everything. All your watches, everything. I want everything. You know what I mean? There you go. You're 200. That's how rich people get rich. They make the product, they work hard with it, stress it out, and then they sell it. It's always got to sell it. The end game, the out game. What's the word I'm looking for? The out game. They sell it, and then you're 150 grand up. Or what's the use working all this time just to do that? Just to have a little YouTube channel and that's it. It doesn't work like that. You got to put it into something. You got the clout already. I don't care if it's what it is. It's got to be some sort of product or something which can move. You know what I mean? Or you can put it into a property, get the money and put the money into a property, save the money from your YouTube stream and pull it into a property and grow the property and make the money for the property. But you got to have that third goal. You got to go get the money, keep the money, and know how to grow the money. This is where people get fucked up. They don't know how to grow the money. You got to know how to grow that money. If you don't do that third thing, you're going to keep going to make the money, keep the money, spend the money. Keep the money, go make the money, spend the money. You got to know how to grow that money, bro. You got to know how to grow the money. If you don't, well, there you go. You should the end game, the out game, or the, the out game. Yeah, you gotta be smart because you're an entrepreneur. You ain't got a 9-to-5 job. You ain't got a secure income. You know, things go up, things go down. So you got to be smart. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, boss. I think people are getting poorer, and the IRL / funds are dying away. Lots of Southeast Asia women are also taking shares of it. I think IRL is now visible if you're traveling, boss, for income. Well, you know, shortbread, it's tough times. I'm not going to lie to you. It's tough times. But what do you do with that then? It is tough times. It's not way like it used to be in the C19. But you still got the clout, so you got to do something with it. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something with it. Yeah. There'll be a huge recession by the design soon. Sure, you'll be taking back at least a few years. Everything will happen. Hold for tight. Yeah, there's always a recession every 10 years. Every 10 years there's a recession. So when was the last recession? 2008. And when was the other recession? So the recession's coming up probably 2028. Next 2-3 years there'll be a recession. Every 10 years there's a recession. And you know, you got, you know, as what Bill Gates said, you know, Warren Buffett, you know who's skinny dipping when the tide goes in, when the tide goes out. You know what I'm saying? You know who really got money, who's really got money, who's flashing cars and everything else, and driving Lambos and Ferraris. But when the financial situation hits, you got to see who's really got money and who hasn't, who's just fronting. You know, so you got to be clever, and you got to know exactly what you're doing, but you got to work your ass off, and you can't make too many mistakes as a man. You know, you can't make too many mistakes, and and if you're in a position, if you're in a bad position, you got to work. You put yourself in. See, guys, everything I'm going through with myself, by doing whatever I'm doing, I put myself in a position. Don't complain about it. You put yourself in it. Get yourself out of it. Work your ass off to get yourself out of the position you're in. And stop complaining and get up, get out, show up, do what you got to do, bro. Because, boy, otherwise you're just going to be a loser. And there's many losers in this world. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to be a loser in this world right now. You know what I'm saying? It's very difficult to be a winner. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's very difficult to be a winner and do the things which other people will be shocked at. You know what I'm saying? If you want to just be a loser, just sit down and be a loser all day. You know, people got a whole bunch of time to just sit on the internet all day, all night long, wasting all their time away. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no joke, bro, I'll tell you. So, and we missed a lot because look at the other day, we could have bought I was thinking to myself, the other day when I was going to buy, when we had that little crash and I was going to buy the Inferium for £1,200. And I was going to get the money. I told you guys, I'm going to buy this guy. And I could have actually bought two. But I don't know what happened. I think I put the money back into the watch business. I was going to buy two. Now, if I bought two of them Inferiums, I'll be like 6-7 grand up now. You know, from a little bit of money, I'll be 6-7 grand up. Just from that thing the other day. I missed that. The Solarton, I had Solarton, which Figgy sent me £1,000 with. If I kept it, it'd probably be big money now. You know, you miss some, innit? You know, not many people have real jobs these days. You know, You miss some along the way, you know what I mean? But you can't win it all. But you have to, you know, for me personally, I know something, you and I guys know that with my determination, with my work ethic and what I put in, something's going to crack for me. And when it cracks, we're going to be laughing. We're streaming all over the world and laughing. Sitting on the beach of somewhere and enjoying ourselves. But this is a process you got to go through. See, the universe wants to see if you really do want it or you don't want it. You know what I mean? And you got to go. You don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know when it's going to happen. But he wants to see if you will wake up early. Will you put the pressure in for yourself and do it like that? You know what I'm saying? The picture at the store with the car in the background looks like a nice man. Okay. You know. There you go. There you go. That would have been me if I did buy that Inferium. See? There you go. So there you go. You gotta just. If you bought the other day, it would be around $600. Yeah, if I bought you know, it shoulda, woulda, coulda, but you know, it's just the way it is. You win some, you lose some. Meet some, you meet some. You know, I got to go and see the doctor tomorrow and check my blood pressure. Again, I put him off for a month because I've been quite busy. But I'm going to have to go and see him again tomorrow. I checked my blood pressure today. I just don't understand this blood pressure thing. It's just not going down, bro. I'm trying my best to get it down. I'm eating beets. I'm drinking hibiscus tea. Hibiscus tea. Is it called hibiscus tea? I'm drinking hibiscus tea every night. I'm eating beets, you know, in my smoothie. You know, I'm trying myself to exercise. I'm waking up. I'm doing my best, and you know, I can't get this blood pressure thing, man. Hibiscus tea, yeah. I can't get this blood pressure. Still ain't going down. I don't get it, man. I go to blood pressure check tomorrow 9 p.m. So I'm gonna have to get some sleep and you know, go and see what the doctor said. I don't want no more tablets, man. I'm getting fed up with these tablets, man. You know what I'm saying? You know. Yeah, I'm getting fed up with these tablets. I want to come off these tablets, man. They don't do anything for your single man side again, I can tell you. So, yeah, I'm dealing with that, a little bit of high blood pressure. I'm not even really under pressure because, you know, I don't see harbooters hard work. I don't see stallers, definitely stallers not the hard work. No hard work, that ain't hard work. I just see it as mild, simple work. So I'm not even under no pressure. I just don't understand why my blood pressure ain't going down, man. It's kind of scary. I'm thinking I might have to start with a garlic tablet every day, just in case something happens, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm on sustains, yeah, for a little while, yeah. Yeah. Moving to Thailand at 38 is very early, bro. Most people are old people when they're in Thailand. 38 years old is very, very early in the game for moving to Thailand. Get them toxins, they will cause you issues. Russia has nothing to do with business pressure. It's a medical issue. I tell you, man, I do everything, man. I go exercise, I go to sauna. I wake up in the morning, I drink tea, good breakfast. I don't know what's wrong with me, man. God damn, man. I got it down before, but I can't get it down lately. I'm having a great hard time with this. I'm having a hard time with this blood pressure thing. I don't drink alcohol, bro. I ain't drank alcohol for a long time. I stopped alcohol from a long time ago now. I ain't drunk no hard liquor. You know what I mean? I can't get it. Maybe I just need a whole... I have been busy. I'm not going to lie. I've been busy, but I don't know. Maybe I just need to... I've tried to lose weight. You see me trying to lose weight. I'm trying to lose some more weight. Yeah, it's just all happening, man, too. Yeah. Yeah, it's all happening, so I got to try and... I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't take illicit drugs. I don't do anything. It should be done. My health should be good. I admit I have a little bit of a sugar problem. I do admit that. You know what I mean? Whilst you're grafting too hard, you need to relax sometimes. I agree with that. That's one thing it could be. I cook clean, bro. I eat vegetables and chicken every day, bro. Vegetables every day I eat. Vegetables every day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I am grafting. Paddy Thailand. My grafting's going to go down a little bit. But I am grafting. I admit that. I am grafting. But, you know, I don't think I'm grafting that hard. I've been grafting hard. I don't know what he's going to say tomorrow, but I'm not taking no more tablets. That's what I'm saying. Ron has his spanner back. Yeah, Ron has his spanner back. Yeah, Ron's cool. Yeah. yeah, so that's what the future is. So guys, so I've got 3 months, and then I'm going to be at 3 months, and I'm definitely taking a holiday. So I've got my work cut out for me for the next 3 months. And but I am going to try and take a little break, take the pressure off it. But, you know, every time I move, I go broke, man. Because I've got to put the money back into my business again. I'm always flipping. When you're flipping, if you know what flipping is, when you first start your business and you're putting all the money up yourself, every time you got to put it back in again and put it back in again. So if you just stop for 1 second, you go broke. It's like, God damn, bro. It's like I can't stop, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to get that snowball effect going on, and then one day you get to the point where you have money. But it's a tough road when you're doing it all by yourself. I can tell you that. You know, there you go. Do you know Cardi B said, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I'm going to tell you how I got this ring. I don't cook, I don't clean. I'm going to tell you how I got this ring. I don't take Cardi B too serious, B-moron. I don't even think she's that talented. You know why she got so far? Because of clout. And a little bit lucky because she bloody screwed her way up to the top, you know what I'm saying? I don't think she's that talented, to be honest, but she's got a lot of clout. It's her clout game, it's second to none. Her talent is not that hard. Nicki Minaj has got more talent than her. You know what I'm saying? She's got a lot of clout. She knows how to play the game good. She knows, see the thing about it, that's the thing about you, your clout game. I got 71 in the chat. And think, you know the thing about, let me tell you something about clout. Big up 71 in the chat. But I see Wonder and Nevada do some great live stream. He's one of the best live streamers in the game. Not the best, but he is one of the best. He's up there at the top 5. He does some great IRL streaming. And I see him do some hours of streaming. And he doesn't have too much people in the chat, and he doesn't get a lot of super chats. I always wonder why. And he's such a great IRL streamer. He'll show you the whole of China right now. I see him watching the whole of China right now. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm sitting in my bloody bed. I'm sitting in Boston. And I've got 71 in the chat. You know what I'm saying? It's clout game. It's the clout game. Something you can't run away from. It's the same with Cardi B. She's got that clout. But, you know, she isn't that talented. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, she's having a whole bunch of babies. She's doing all kind of different stuff. She's having a baby by this guy, 3 babies by this guy, and then she's having another baby by this guy. She ain't slowing down for nothing, love, no money, you know what I'm saying? So she's just reckless and wild. It's not someone I would want to teach my daughter to be. But, you know, she makes a lot of money because she's got the clout. So there you go. No one else is live. If it was live, then everybody else would be watching. Well, there you go. 70 in the chat. Big up. Let's take capital of that then, because usually I'm the only one. I try to go live. I try to find my space and I can't find my space. Everybody got stranglehold me. I got annoyed about that the other day because I just need to have a little bit of space sometimes. But it's cool. But I haven't been streaming that much. But anyway, let's talk about something that's going to change the world. That will change our situation. We are going to travel to the Philippines. We're going to try and I have to pray for the Cebu, and hopefully that earthquake is not too bad. And, okay. You know. And, you know, things are going to work itself out. We're going to be traveling. We're going to be going places. And things are going to work itself out. So, you know, we just got to keep working, guys. In life, you just got to keep working. All I got to do is just work with my money management, because I'm working with my money managers, getting better. To make sure that my money management's good. Keep up with my books. Everything in my books is going to be clean and nice. And, you know, you know, and then get to the point where we can travel as well, and things are going to be better. Without a doubt. You know, I mean, and keep it positive. No, I don't want to, I'm not in negativity. So that's good. Boss, Cardi B is 21st century Madonna. Your opinion? Well, I don't think so. I don't see she's that big. You know what I mean? It's not that big. She's just got a little having her time, bro. She's having her time. I mean, I would say Beyonce's more like Madonna. Beyonce's got talent. She's got skills, and she's very talented a performer as well. But Cardi B is just a gimmick. It's a modern day gimmick. That's what it is. Yeah, she's never going to be a legend. She's just a modern day gimmick. It will blow up and it will blow over after a while. It will blow up, it will blow over. That's what happens. But she's making heck loads of money in between time. And that's what you do. You use your clout to make as much cake as you can until the time runs out, and that's it. You know what I mean? That's how the game goes. You know, you just got to play the game. You know, here you go. At the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. We are 67 in the chat where the Club Fillers is. So that's the future of what it. Why Ben make fake birthday get done? Fourth birthday in a year. I think it might be his birthday, so he's 39. If he's 39, he's getting on to 40 now. Big up to Ben. You got to start thinking about your life. You're nearly 40 now, man. That's a serious age, man. You get into 40, you know, you got to start seriously thinking about what you're going to do with your life. 40 years old. And, you know, Ben has got some good opportunities for living in Southeast Asia, man. He could take them, man. He could have made a watch brand, make something for himself, made phones, made some other brand for himself, and be selling them throughout China or sell them in Cambodia. He can even sell them in Cambodia. You know, if wherever he is, sell them in the Philippines, sell them somewhere else, make some sort of brand and sell it in Southeast Asia and do something with yourself. But it takes mind of a genius to do that. You can't be drinking, smoking, doing anything else and thinking you could do miraculous things. You need a crystal clear mind to do these things. There is money to be made out in Southeast Asia, but you've got to be clever. Can't waste your time too much. You know, well, you could talk to you blue in the face to some people, but they don't want to listen. So there you go. Let people do what they're going to do, live their life the way they're going to live their life. But there's a lot of opportunities out there if you just stick your neck out a little bit and try and do something for yourself. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy. Ain't nothing easy. Look at the way YouTube streets are right now. It's very difficult to be a streamer right now. It's very difficult. I don't know exactly what happened to our streaming game and the cake and everything else when it came to it. Anybody tell me what happened to our streaming game and the cake and the clout and the pinkies in the Thailand genre? The ladies are still getting the pinkies. The ladies are still kicking ass. You know. What happened to the Thailand genre? What happened to the cake? What happened to the pinkies? What happened to the big donors? What happened? What went wrong? Where is it all going wrong? Is it not enough traveling, or is something else going wrong? It must be something which is off, which is not right in the game, because it seems to have gone very slow. You know, it seems to have gone very, very slow when it comes to cake and everything else. And my cake has slowed down a lot lately. The pretty Asian girls took, I don't believe nothing to do with, their cake is totally different to our cake. Totally different genre and totally different people. They got totally different, people who give them money. People who's not been in the Thailand genre and everything else. So they just got new people coming. Live streaming got busted by a hate channel, people scared to donate. Could be one of the reasons. Could be, but I don't think that I don't know if that is really the case. I don't think they're that powerful, to be honest with you. I don't think it could be one of the reasons, Skip Archie, but I don't think they're that powerful to think that people will take down scared to donate. No traveling, no women, and no new material. It's all been done before. Okay, done to death. You know, that could be one of the reasons. Could be. Someone else needs to travel or something else. Any challenges, purchase a bit more expenses. People have less disposable income. Boss, hard times for a lot of people. That could be, we know that is true, Shortbread. 100%. That a lot of people are broke in this world right now. A lot of people have, but as I said, you know, how comes that we haven't grown into other people? Look, I mean, the Filipino girls Filipino Bombshell, Gile, Double Trouble in Asia. They got new clienteles, new super chatters, new people from different audiences coming over. Why can't the Thailand genre be like that? Is it because content got repetitive by many streamers in the Thailand genre? Okay, well, you know yourself, you can have 3 weeks dry, then rain hits. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know that I can build it up and everything else, but it's just it is kind of unusually kind of slow lately. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Her name is Isha. If you call her Bombshell, she bans you. Okay, well, that's what she called herself, ban you, Bombshell. So there you go. She called herself it. She shouldn't call herself it if you don't want to call it. Survivors of the trap group each other often use illustrated models of philosophy. I'm here at the Club Fillers Inc. Coming through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel tonight. Okay. So yeah, so there's a lot going on. 71 in the chat. So that's what, there's a lot going on with the channel. There's a lot going on with live stream. But actually, I'm just trying to suss out the live streaming game where things are going wrong. You know what I'm saying? Things kind of gone kind of slow. So I'm not exactly sure. I think it could be a combination of a few things. But we need to pick up the ball again and bounce it. I really haven't got the energy or the time to do everything. I haven't got the time to do everything and pick up the ball and bounce it. But I have to try my best to try and do the best I can do. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. At the Club Fillers Inc. Boss Zambia, Jana. Okay. Yeah, you know, when I was thinking when I go back to Thailand, what am I going to do for the first year? And I was thinking that, you know I've got a lot of friends that I've got to meet up with. I've got to meet up with Zeus and a lot of friends which want to meet me up and take me to their new bars and places like that. I know I've got a guy on Side 6 as well. He's got a new bar. He wants me to do that. And I was thinking, would I do promotion again in Thailand? I don't know. I know I definitely wouldn't do promotions on the street, but I probably would do because somebody wanted me to give them some ideas how to make their club better at the right price. Because I've always got that talent. I know a lot has changed. I know there's a lot of Indian clubs. But I just don't know whether I'll do promotions again or not. That's something I'm not sure I would do. If you don't know, I did go to Thailand when I was 38 years old, till I was 45. And I had a great time. And I was doing nightclub promotion. I had the time of my life. I wasn't making a whole bunch of money when I was out there. But that's where I started my Club Fillers Inc. brand. You know, I started it from Thailand. And I started the Big Boss Friday from Thailand as well. And I built up the empire from there, and you know what I mean? I had some of the best times of my life was when I was in Thailand, living there for 7 years. We've got enough super chats to cover the Pinky for the first season of the nursery. Okay. There you go. John's having fun. John's having fun. It's, so like I was saying, yeah, so I'm not sure if boss, you're being humble. You made good cash in Pattaya. I did make good cash in Pattaya, bro. I did. I'm not going to lie to you, but think about it, Skip Archie. Everything I touch turns to gold. You know that, brother. You know that. You know that. I said that to myself today. I said there must be either something special about me, or I must be, or I must be blessed, because boy, I could have swore today when I went to that market store, I wasn't going to sell one watch. I just couldn't see where I was going to sell a watch in that market with the capacity of what was going on with the rain and everything else, and I managed to sell 6. Everything I touch turns to gold, brother. But it's It's crazy. My man, stop. Don't put that name into the chat. NWA, whatever your name is. Don't put that. I don't like that. I don't like that name. I don't like anything to do when you start talking about children and things like that. I don't like that on my channel, bro. So don't put that in the chat. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? And when you start talking like that need to go, bro. You know, it's not on my channel. Yeah, we're gonna keep it kind of clean. So, you know, there you go. Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, but like I said, I don't know if I want to go back. I'm not going to be going back. I've got 11 more months to go to get to Thailand. 11 more months is nothing, no time. I haven't cracked thing to be in Thailand. I wanted to go to Thailand for 6 months and the UK for 6 months. That's going to be an impossible mission right now. Yeah, I just have to try my best. You know what I'm saying? I can't rush anything. But I want to get back there and I want to, you know, I want to do something. Thailand, Pattaya, and where's the clicker? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to put the clicker up. We got to get on with the clicker. We got to get on with it. The nightclub toilet cleaner. Okay, there you go. Someone's got a job to do. Some people make money from the toilets in Thailand. You know what I'm saying? What a hell of a job, eh? 68 in the chat. We're in the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Yeah, Ron's found these. You know, the thing about it, I always teach people to get out of their comfort zone and go and find themselves a lady wherever they can in the world. Right now, what's the first thing you drink when you order when you get to Thailand straight as, you know, I think I'm going to drink Hennessy, but I don't have Hennessy around, man. I'll tell you that. I'm bringing my own Hennessy. Are you thinking about going to Disney Carnival? I'm not sure about that, Primo Run. I'm not sure about where I'm going to go. I really wanted to go to Rolling Loud 2026. I wanted to do that. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet. I haven't made no big plans. I have got a little bit of issues in my life that I need to clear up in the UK for the next year or so, for the next 6 months or so. And I'm going to take it from there, you know what I'm saying? Plus, I'm taking a trip as well. So I've got to take it from there. I've got a lot of things going on in my life right now. And I need to push myself into more of a better financial situation. I ain't going to lie to you. My financial situation is not good. It's not good, bro. I'm working on it. But it's hard. You know, I need to crack. Something needs to give, man. And then I can start thinking about it. The Rolling Loud got cancelled this year. Did you hear about it? Oh, I didn't know about it. I didn't know it got cancelled. Probably low ticket sales. I wonder why it got... Oh, yeah, probably low ticket sales. Because there was so much low people in Thailand. Announced yesterday, wow. I must have money stacked after 6 years in Thailand. No, I've not got money stacked. I've invested my money and reinvented myself with YouTube. I've been on YouTube for 5 years, but I've invested my money and put my money into things which I needed to grow my life. I was starting from ground zero. And I built my home, I bought Mercedes, I bought a watch brand, I bought a lot of things along the way. I've traveled, I've been to Philippines, Brazil, you know, Ukraine. I've traveled. I've done things with these YouTube streaks. So I haven't saved a lot, and a lot of my money been invested back into the watch business. It takes a lot of money to build a watch brand and try and sell it and keep up with the watch thing. It takes a lot of money to do that. So, you know, there's not a lot of money sloshing around. You know, I've never been to the Kopanyang party. Baz is proper well traveled, 100%, man. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. I loved my life. Would you say the car boot is your main business that the donors are drying up? Well, you know, I gotta try something, Tree Town. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's bloody, you know. At the moment, you know, we could move on to the market stall. That might take us to another level. But what we got to do, we got to get workers. We got to find a dime piece and get another stall somewhere. Get 2, 3, 4 stalls or 5 stalls somewhere up and down the country, and then we're really gonna make some money. Then we're really gonna hit it big time. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of work to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a drop in the ocean at the moment. You know what I'm saying? We got to step our game up. You know what I'm saying? At a Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Yeah, I traveled to India 2 times. I went to India with my baby mother and my child. It was good. It was fun. I liked it. I took my baby mother to Jamaica, 5-star. It was 5-star as well. Hotel. I took my baby mother to Jamaica, 5-star hotel. I've taken her to Dominican Republic, 5-star hotel. The days I used to go 5-star hotel, all inclusive. And I've been to India twice. I went with my cousin. I went with my cousin. We went to India. The thing about India is hard to find single man side of the game because it's not in front of your face. So we was in Goa, and we got like a week in, and there was no single man side of the game. I was like, nah, that's crazy. We have to do something. So we know what we had to do. We had to find this motorbike taxi. We found this motorbike taxi man. He said, the man, show us where we can find single man side of the game. They took us up into this mountain, bro. This mountain place. God damn, bro. It's the most dodgy place I've ever been in my life, man. God damn, bro. Couldn't believe it, man. Opened the door, there was Caesar ladies. Big Mama was like, you like me? Like, nah, mate. India was tough. It was tough for bloody for single man side of the game. It's always been like that. I've been to India. It was tough. It's tough for single man side of the game. You go to India. You have to go to Goa, and you go Goa, and there's a lot of Australian girls out there, and you do that. And English girls. Some places are just tough for single man side of the game. It's not always like the same. Southeast Asia is always easy. You go Philippines, it's easy. You go Thailand, it's easy. You know. Hardest probably places, you know, Vietnam is not easy, but you just got to know how to do it. Vietnam's a great place. The thing about Vietnam, it's all enclosed. Like you go in the barber shops and you do it, and you go in different places and do it. You know what I mean? Massage parlors. You know, it's not all just all in front of your face like Pattaya and Thailand. You know, some places are hard, some places are not. Okay. Attractive. I find it hard. It says, I personally don't find Indian ladies attractive. How many Indian ladies do you introduce, have you had? You don't find Indian ladies attractive? You seen how pretty they look, brother? Probably in my time, how much Indian ladies I had? Probably about 100 ladies. 100 Indian ladies. I got a passion for them, bro. I think they're beautiful, man. God damn, bro. And when they're half Indian, half black, or half white and half Indian, damn, they're amazing, man. I can't understand why you don't find them attractive, brother. I think they're pretty as fuck, man. You know, Carol Costa's got Indian in her. She's got Indian black mixed with something else. 100 Indian ladies. Yeah, I had 100 Indian ladies, man, in my time. I used to be a hardcore bowler, man. What do you mean? I'm 1,500 women up, man. What do you mean? 100 women, 100 Indian ladies. Man, I'm crazy hot, man. What do you mean? I'm hardcore, man, to the bone, bro. Yeah. 400 white women, 400 mixed race women, black women, 500 Thai women. Yeah. In 7 years. I go hard, man. I had my life, man. I feel old already. Those Vietnamese ladies lighten up when they see 5,000 dong yet bills in your wallet. Yeah, they do. They do, mate. They're just the same, but it's just different. They're beautiful. You see how beautiful they are, B Moran. You find it, B Moran, you find them beautiful. I find them very beautiful. The Vietnamese women, very beautiful. Yeah, I found them very beautiful. B Moran, I know you're going back. I know you loved it. You loved that Vietnam. I told you there is life outside Philippines, outside Thailand. You went to the Vietnam and I saw you loved it. And when you got back to Thailand, you didn't enjoy yourself as much as you went to Vietnam. Vietnam is like that. That's why everybody's leaving Thailand, Moran, and going to Vietnam because it's cheap. The beer is cheap. You can spend you can have a whole bunch of great time and only spend 50 quid like what you did. You can tip, you can drink, you can this and that. And you can't do that in Thailand no more. You spend up 400 or 500 quid. You know what I mean? And it's cheap, and the beers are cheap, and the food is cheap, and things are really cheap in Vietnam. And that's why people are going there. Now, what the next thing you need to do, B Moran, is go to the Philippines. Even if you bring your girl, go to Angel City, go to Cebu, go to these places. You're going to see a difference in the women. You're going to see more of a girlfriend experience when you get to the Philippines. You're going to see the difference. You're going to find a girlfriend out there, or you got one already. You're going to find more of a girlfriend experience in the Philippines. And you're going to see that there's more light outside Thailand than just Thailand. You know what I'm saying? You've experienced that now. And I know you're going to go back to the Vietnam. I know exactly when you travel again, you're going back to Vietnam. You understand? And, there you go. Well, you got to learn to spread your wings sometimes and fly and go to different places. Because sometimes Thailand, you could just get caught up in Thailand. I lived in Thailand for 7 years. We went to Bangkok together. We were supposed to go Phuket. And we were supposed to go to Phuket. And my boys didn't want to go to Phuket to stay out there. So we didn't go to Phuket. I had a guy. I met this guy. And he said, I always meet. That's the one thing about me because I'm a great person. I met this rich guy in Pattaya. He was a millionaire. He's a multi-millionaire, and he runs a club now in Bangkok. Crazy Japanese Korean club, makes crazy money every month. And I was supposed to go with him from Pattaya to go to Bangkok, and I didn't go because my crew didn't want to go, and he didn't really have a job for me, but he still wanted to take me up there. I think my life would have been better if I took up. Most of the guys who work for him now, they're like Thai guys. I used to work with them. They got cars and houses and condos in Thailand now. And I didn't go, you know what I'm saying? It's Thai, like I said, so Bangkok, I went to Bangkok, I spent most of my time in Pattaya because I was doing business in Pattaya. And I had a business there and I was putting guys on the street and making money. And I was saving my money and I was getting ready to go back to the UK. But, there was life outside Thailand. I only did Pattaya and Bangkok. I didn't do anything else. That's all I did in 7 years. Well, I was doing a business, bro. I was running a business. I was running Club Fillers Inc. And I was putting guys on the street. I found that, just like I found, I told you about me, I'm blessed, man. Wherever I touch turns to gold. Do you understand? When I went to Thailand and I was in Thailand and I was found this loophole where people didn't understand that if you put foreign people on the street, foreign people can draw foreign people in the club. A lady holding a banner up saying, come in, we're welcome, you're welcome. That's not going to work, my brother. You need to talk to the person and have a conversation with your audience and draw them in the club. And that's the experience that I try to tell the club owners. And when they finally got it, and I used to get charged 100,000 baht a month, yeah, and some of them didn't want to pay. They thought it was an extraordinary amount of money. And I told them, I pay that because I fill your club. Now your club's empty, and now I fill it. and I know how to full it. You don't know how to full it. That's why you're empty. You understand? And I found a loophole, just like I found a loophole on YouTube when I first started YouTube. I found a loophole and I made a whole bunch of cake for the C19. I started my watch brand. I found a loophole with the car boot. I'm making money. Every time I touch something, it turns to gold. You understand? So like I said, so I found a loophole in Thailand, and I was putting guys, and I started putting like 4, 5, 6 guys on the streets and just collecting money every night. And it was super duper cool. But things don't last forever in Thailand, and it never does. You know what I'm saying? Nothing lasts forever. So, there you go. So if you say Thai girls play the long game, so you say Thai girls play the long game, Thai girls play long game, Philippines girlfriend experience. How do you describe Vietnamese girls? I don't really know them too much. I don't really know Philippines girls too much, Vietnamese girls too much. But I would say they definitely play more of a girlfriend and boyfriend. They want boyfriend and girlfriend in Vietnam. Vietnamese girls are very beautiful, and they're amazing. I've been to Vietnam 4 times, Barry, and Vietnamese women are stunning. And Camp Sports is Vietnam's off the charts, 100%. 100%. They're 100%. Vietnam's off the chart, bro. Vietnam is just, the only thing I don't like about the Vietnam is just that it's not in your face. It's good to bring a girlfriend out there. Okay. There you go. We never did hand out flyers, It was never about flyers. That's the thing about it. It was never flyers. So who hands out flyers on Walking Street? So it was never about flyers. It was always about talking to your customer and bringing them into the nightclub. That's what it is. Nothing to do with flyers. You know what I'm saying? And I said I found a loophole, which just makes me a little bit clever. I saw a very beautiful Vietnamese girl, but she had marks all over her, down her arm. I guess it was cutter, but she's very beautiful. Yeah, I met so many. You must have met some beautiful women in Vietnam, B-Moran. There you go. Yeah. So, so the different experiences, and, Japanese girls probably different as well. Japanese, I'd like to go to Japan. I'd like to go some different places like South Korea, Japan. I've never been to Malaysia. I've never been to Bali. I've never been to, what's it called again? Laos. I've never been to Laos. I've been to Cambodia. I've never been to Laos. I want to go some other places as well. Check it out. Check out some other places. Some people have been everywhere. Well, I haven't been everywhere in Southeast Asia. I'd like to go to South Korea. I'm not really interested in Singapore. You know what I'm saying? I like to go some other places. I've been Jamaica. I've been Tunisia. I've been all over Spain, Mallorca. I've been Ibiza many times. I've been Ayia Napa. I've never been to Amsterdam. I've never been to Amsterdam. I've been, I have been to the Caribbean, that is Dominican Republic. I've been to Barbados, Trinidad, So there's a lot of places to go. Yeah, Singapore is expensive. Yeah, I've been to Cyprus. It was good. I've been to... Yeah, been to a few places, which was very good. I've never been to Pakistan, Korea. I've never been to Korea, South Korea. you know, I've been to Tunisia, which was supposed to be Africa. I've never really been to Nigeria or anything like that. I've never been to Italy. I've been to France, but I've never been to Italy. Yeah, never been to Italy. You know, I'm not really a Europe kind of guy. I don't like Europe. I've never been to Turkey before as well. So, you know, I've been in a few places I haven't been, actually. I haven't been to Turkey. There's a few places I haven't been. Yeah. I haven't been to Cuba. I haven't been to, you know, Puerto Rico. I don't mind going to Puerto Rico. I like the women out there. I would like to go to Ethiopia. Is it Ethiopia or Ethiopia? Ethiopian women are amazing. Kenya. I've never been to Kenya. Gambia. Yeah, start going to Africa. Just got to take some jabs. Yep, 63 in the chat. So there's a few places I haven't been. I haven't traveled. I haven't conquered the planet, but I have been around. Been to Thailand, Philippines, Cambodia, Vietnam, India. You know, I've been around a little bit. I should take you guys to Jamaica. Jamaica's amazing, man. Jamaica's an amazing country. Yeah, Jamaica is an amazing country, man. Some beautiful. I've been to Brazil. That's how. Jamaica's a beautiful country, man. With some beautiful food and some good places to go. I should take you guys to Jamaica. Yeah, just gotta be careful of the rough place. Maybe go Jamaica, show us the ropes. Yeah, that would be brilliant. That would be good to go Jamaica and live stream it. You know what I'm saying? That would be good. That would be good for the channel. Go somewhere off the beacon track like Jamaica. Yeah. Some places ain't safe, some people is. If you go to where Vibes Cartel was born, if you go ghetto, you don't want to go ghetto, bro. That's what you don't want to do. It's extremely violent and it's very not safe. But if you go to the places which you can go to, you'll be okay. But you don't want to be going to ghetto in Jamaica. Jamaica is a very, very violent place. And a lot of killings and a lot of murders and a lot of crazy stuff goes on out there. And that is side of it where, you know, she's very sad. It's a lot of, Jamaican people are very proud people. And it's pride. There's a lot of pride, there's a lot of ego, there's a lot of... See, a Jamaican man would have nothing in his pocket, but he dresses very clean and nice and smooth because his pride is everything. And if the thing is, if you take away his pride, then he gets all pissed off, he gets mad, he gets angry, and he's very violent. They're weapon kind of people. They like to pick up a weapon. And so you've got very nice people in Jamaican people, which come from nice places in Jamaica. But in the ghetto people is... very, very, very dangerous people to deal with. There's some people you don't want to be dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You know, but in whole, Jamaica's got very nice people in whole. But you just got to stay from the Jamaica. You got to stay away from the ghetto. That's what it is. We inclusive all-star resort. If I go Jamaica, stay in all-inclusive. That's a boring part. You can go Negro, and most people do that. You can go Negro and stay in an all-inclusive, but then you're not seeing Jamaica, are you? You're just staying in a hotel resort. You're not really seeing the real Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? You should know, Clucker, from seeing me and talking to me, that not every people are the same. You know, and you guys should learn that from talking to me, from my character. That not everybody is the same, and I hope that you guys can become friends with other people and realize that not all black people are the same. Black people are different in different kind of categories of people and classes and different categories of people. It depends. You know, I judge a man by his character. I don't judge a man by his looks. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so you can grow and learn. I hope you guys can learn, because there's a lot of people which I ask your advice. I'm asking your advice. If I go Jamaica, will I go? Oh, you're asking my advice. It would be best to go all inclusive. Yeah, I suppose it would be good to go all inclusive, and then go out on excursions. Yeah, that would be the best thing. You'll be safer, you'll be better off, and you'll be more protected. Yeah, you'll be more protected, but it'll be safer as well. It'll be more expensive though. Jamaica's not cheap, but yeah, I hope you guys have learned some things. That, you know, not everybody's the same. Not everybody's ignorant. Not everybody's crazy. I think I'm a very humble kind of guy. I think I'm a very professional kind of guy, and I think that what maybe comes across is not what I portray. What I look like is not what I portray. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you got to learn to be. You grow into that with age. You know what I'm saying? You know, I wonder if I can. You know. I was thinking the other day, guys, I've been in Boston for 7 years, and I've never had a girl in Boston. I've never had a lady in Boston. But today when I was in the market, I saw a few ladies smiling at me. I saw a few ladies smiling at me when I was working at that market, when I was in the market today. I've never had a lady in Boston in 7 years. The Boston ladies are just weird. I don't know whether they like you or they don't. You know, there's some towns like in Liverpool and Birmingham, and the girls like you. They just tell you. You could just know. You know what I'm saying? Boston is just a weird kind of experience. I'm surprised that I've never had a lady in 7 years of being in Boston. Yeah, I've been here 7 years. Damn. And the reason I moved to Boston is because I lived with the girl in Peterborough. And me and her broke up, and I wanted to find the nearest town where I could go to try and live my life. And that was, I didn't want to go back to London, because I didn't want to get caught up in the rat race and the hype and the energy and everything else. Sometimes it gets a little bit monotonous, you know what I'm saying? You know, are you any dating apps on there? Yeah, there's dating apps, yeah. I've had a few matches here, but, you know, I've never had a lady. I never had a lady off a dating app before, B-More. I've never had a lady off a dating app in my life. Tinder, these things. I've never had a lady off there. I've had matches, but I've never had a lady off there. That's surprising. I had so many women. I never had a lady in Boston. I never had a lady off a dating app. Yeah. Thanks for that, Sean the Prawn. I hope you're right, brother. I really hope you're right on that one, Sean the Prawn. I really hope you are. I know everything I touch turns to gold, but you know, I think you will hit single man side of the game, jackpot style. You know, I don't know if people, if their issue with the clicker, Ron's donated on his stream, but the clicker hasn't moved. Maybe our clicker was off when he had donated on it. Yeah, maybe the clicker was off. No, I said that I banged has been off dating apps. Yeah, but me, Maureen, you do look young. No homo. You're young and handsome, brother. I'm on past my game now. You know, and you live in a different generation to me. You live in a different generation to my generation to your generation, B. Maroon, was back in my day. I had to go and hunt for the food. For girl, we had to go up there and go bowling up to get blown out by women 4 or 5 times before you find a woman. There was no other apps. There was no dating apps or anything else like that. You live in a day. You live in a day and age where it's all dating apps. You grew up on that, and that's all you know. So it's different generations for different things. No, all different age groups go to Thailand. Loads of handsome guys go to Thailand, and now more than ever. Loads of guys, it's not even about looks no more, about going to Thailand. People just want to change their life. Look how much young guys are in Thailand, because a lot of young guys went to Thailand because of the weed, because they legalized weed. That brought in crowds, but it brought trouble too. And it brought a lot of people doing crazy stuff. You see the rise. Thailand, one of the reasons why they stopped the weed, or one of them stopped the weed, is because they found a rise in people trying to smuggle weed and things back to their home country. Because a lot of young guys just started to go to Thailand. Loads. There was just a pandemic of guys going to Thailand, and you know, they don't know how to act. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that Ron can't pull anything decent in America. I don't believe that, brother. I don't believe in it. I don't believe that he couldn't pull anything. I believe that Ron could definitely pull a girl. Definitely. He could pull in England too. If Ron came to England, he could pull a girl. You know, he could pull a girl. If Ron, of course Ron can pull a girl. Even the girls in Thailand I met off dating apps, okay? You know what, be more, if that is your angle to get women, don't let anybody knock you. That's just the way it is. Why would you think B Moron can't get a girl if B Moron can't get a bloody girl, and everybody knows, if B Moron can't get a girl in America, well then, boy, we got no hope. You understand? God damn, bro, what's wrong with you, man? You're a realist, man. Be real, man. Let's get real with it, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can even ask bloody, what's his name? Ricky Drama would tell you that. Of course, Remo Run, but Remo Run don't want to do that. No, there's loads of people go to Southeast Asia for 101 reasons. And this day and age, you can't say that because of the age group. Because there's young guys, young guys going out to Southeast Asia and doing it because they want to change their life. They want something different. They want to do, you know, and they just want to do something. Doesn't mean because you can't get a girl out in Asia, in their country. They just want to be in Southeast Asia. So you got to remember that, you know what I mean? You know, there you go. So, you know, you can do it. But one thing I do know is that America, you know, even those young guys are incels. You got it all wrong, man. It's not everybody needs to go to Thailand for women. So a lot of young guys was going to Thailand because the weed was legal, and they can go and smoke weed all day long and go enjoy it out with their friends and go crazy stuff. But they don't know the rules of Thailand. That's why you see a lot of fights and everything else. Getting into fights and going crazy. Now this kind of curve in the weed, it kind of slowed them down. So it's not like Thailand's changed a lot when it comes to. It used to be like over 35s and 40s that go to Thailand. It's changing it. Anyone could pull anywhere. Okay, maybe a few missing teeth and a little bit of mongrel. I agree. I fully understand, bro. I fully understand. Because I'm in the game completely. I fully understand. Okay. That's all rubbish, man. A whole load of rubbish you're talking. A whole load of rubbish. There's no different to the young guys when we were younger than what it is now. There's no different. You know, all you're doing is spamming down the chat. That's all you're doing. Spamming down, not giving no one a chance to even breathe. Just spamming down the chat. I'm off the market. I already found my future wife. My eyes don't look even at a woman for some way anymore because I have anything I'm worried about. Is she my heart, my soul forever? No. Keep dreaming. Joking, I'll keep going on. Do your thing, man. Do what's best for you. Boss, if it was you, I would definitely go back to the wine lady. A nice bottle of red, come horny. I think I might say that one night. To the wine lady. I remember who the wine lady was. no strange mods. I got the best mods on YouTube streets, bro. I've always had the best mods. That's why everybody wants them. Everybody wants to take my mods because I got the best mods. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sharing is caring. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a little room to fucking breathe so I can stream. So you can take the mods, you can enjoy the game, you can enjoy the cloud. Just give me some room to breathe. The naked wine lady. Oh, the one in the. Oh, come on, bro. You never. I was. That's kind of scary to go up there. You don't even know what was upstairs. You don't even know if that was a setup. The lady in the window. You don't even know if that was a setup. I don't know what that was. It could have been. I don't think it was a setup, but it could have been quite dangerous going up there, though. You know, a girl come out with her chest out in the window. Come on, bro. You don't know what's going on up there. You don't know what's going on up there. That is kind of dangerous to go up there. You know, it's kind of dangerous to go up there, to go in a window, come out with their chest out. What's going on up there? You know, are they organ doning up there or some shit? But you know, it was quite fun though. It was a lot of fun that stream. Yeah, okay. Horny goat weed. I don't know. I stopped taking it because I think it might blow up my blood pressure. Did you go back to the bottle? I didn't go back, Clucker, because I was a bit worried, a bit paranoid about it. Would you go back, Clucker? You live streaming on the street, you see some girl pull out chest out the window, tell you to come upstairs in the UK. Come on, bro. I don't even know what's up there. I don't even know if it's a setup or some man waiting for me to rob me or some shit. I don't know what's going on up there, man. It's crazy. I was like, no, I ain't going up there. I was kind of scared. See it? Paranoid at the best of times, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't go back. No woman wants to be with a maybe they got something up there for you, shortbread. Maybe it wasn't no big thing, but it's one of them things. What do you think what do you think will happen for Arissa and the breakup of us, or you go back? I'll give you my honest opinion. I'll give you my honest opinion. It says, Barry, what do you think will happen first? Arissa and me will break up, or you will go to Thailand? Okay. I know you'll get that question, but I'll give you a question what's going to happen. Two things are going to happen. If you do not go back to Thailand within the next 3 months, be more wrong, you are going to lose that girl. Simple as that. So you need to get back to Thailand as quick as possible. And I know you've just came back, but you need to go back within the next month or two. You know, you are playing a very expensive, dangerous game, brother. You know, the girl is a beautiful lady, brother, and she's desired by many, many people. And you know, it's going to be. You think that a woman can just sit down for 6, 7, 8 months and wait for you? What's in America, and just sit there? Come on, let's be realistic. So you're playing a long distance relationship. You're going to have to make strong decisions, mate. I'll go back in February and March. It's too long. That's way too long. That relationship's finished by then. That relationship is finished. It's over by then, my man. It's over. You'll be cooked by then. There'll be another highest bidder come along in no time before that time. I'm sorry to break your heart. Highest bidders come in who's got more cash than you, more thingy than you, and got everything else with you. You're going to lose that girl. There's no way you're going to have a pretty girl like that who's going to sit down for 6 months. You look about September, October, November, December, January, February, March, 6 months, and wait for your dumb ass. Unless you are sending her some serious money. If you're not petty money, if you're sending her $1,000 a month, yeah, it could work. But you know, and I know, that long distance relationships do not work. It does not work. It's either you're going to be sleeping with someone else or she's going to be sleeping with someone else. And, so you're going to have to get realistic with yourself. The only way you have to get real with yourself. The only way you're going to marry that girl and make her your wife or your girlfriend is either you're going to take her to America, because you can't go to Thailand and live there forever. Take her to America, marry her, and get her a visa to come to America and live with her happy ever after. That's the only way it's going to work. Otherwise, you are just living the same fantasy world. You can live in your fantasy world as much as you want. That's just the reality of the situation. She doesn't go with foreigners. I'm the first guy she's interested in learning English. She thinks foreigners are disgusting and full of distress. There you go. There you go. There you go. I'm not here to tell you whether she's going with foreigners or she isn't. I'm not here to tell you she has or whatever. All I'm just telling you is your reality. I'm just telling you your reality. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm trying to say. Your reality. And the reality of the situation is this, Rewarren. She needs money. Whether she wants to go with foreigners or she thinks they're disgusting or she thinks they're fat and toothless and everything else, that is one story. But one thing I do know is that her family needs money and she needs money. And she's got to do what she's got to do to get that money. And that's the reality of the situation. Unless you are going to give her the money, enough for her to stay out of the situation. And in this day and age, with a girl like that, you're looking the minimum, a minimum of $1,000 a month. A minimum. So, the reality of the situation is that's your reality, B-Moron. That's the reality. You can take it any way you want to take it. You can take it any way you want to take it, or you can smoke it any way you want to smoke it. That girl ain't going to sit down for 6 months of her life, of her tender life, to wait for you. You know what I'm saying? So, boy, yes, you asked for it. You got it from the boss, straight up and down. Get your ass back to Thailand next month. I don't know how you're going to do it. My man Vegas guy, big up, salute to you, bro. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you're going to have to do it. Get your ass back to Thailand, go and enjoy with your girl. And keep doing that. And keep doing that. And do you think she has enough sponsors? I mean, why would you think a pretty young girl like that hasn't got another sponsor? How hard is it for a girl like that to have a sponsor? Is it very difficult for a young girl like that to have a sponsor? And we're living in a day and age of Facebook and Instagram and people come in. And where does she live? Where does she actually live at the moment? Somebody put in the chat, where does she live? In Thailand. Where does she live in Thailand? You see, the thing about it is this. Her looks is her disguise. Where does she live? Where does she live in Thailand right now? Her looks is her disguise. So you'll get guys which will say, oh, she looks so young and she looks so young and that's all her disguise. And then young ones who look so young and look innocent are the worst ones. They're the worst calculated, smartest ones you're ever going to get. What's going to come along and boy, and they gobble up all the money. They make all the money, and they get you on there thinking that you look innocent. Don't be fooled. She's a very smart girl. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she knows how to make that money. And, so there you go. Not to say that Bima Run can't be with her. Not to say they can't be in a relationship. Not to say they can't love each other or whatever it is. It can be. But it's not going to have no long-distance relationship. Not with a young... She's in her prime. She's in her prime. How she can have a long-distance relationship? See, got 101 bloody simps. She could turn on her Facebook, do a little dance spin around on Facebook, and all of a sudden she got 1 million simps at her bloody... in her inbox. She got 1 million simps in her bloody Instagram. She's got bloody... She go around Pattaya. She got 1 million simps who want to be her boyfriend. Damn, man. You got to be real with yourself, man. So there you go. So there you go. I mean, it doesn't matter where he met her. I'm not here to judge B. Moron's girl. I'm happy that B. Moron's got a girl. I'm happy they're going to get engaged. I'm happy they're doing their thing. That's his thing. He's doing better than me. He's doing better than me. Enjoy your life. Go and enjoy. Well, I don't give a damn where you meet your girl. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your girl. But you're going to have to wake up to reality. And the reality is going to hit you. And the fact of the matter is she could get a job in any bar. Exactly, Tommy. And hit her price. You know how much does go-go girls make every month? And how much does bar girls make every month? And there you go. So she's in her prime. She's in her prime. And prime, and she knows she's only... Remember, they have a short time of prime, you know. She has 7 years, 6, 7 years of her prime. And that goes like that. When you see girls in Pattaya, they say they're 26. I'm old. How old are you? I'm old. How old are you? 26. You're old. You're 26. Because by the time they turn 26, they conquered the planet and come back. 1,000 man down, conquered, traveled the planet, come back already. Got out of Thailand, come back already. Met Tom, Dick, and Harry, and come back already. And, you know, done everything under the sun by the time they're 25 years old. So, you know, you're not going to have a girl in her prime and expect this gold dust right there to some man. So you're not going to expect her just to sit down for 6 months. So I'm in my prime. I can make a whole bunch. I can make 100,000 baht every month doing a go-go. I can go in a bar, but I'm going to sit down for a run. All of a sudden, and he's not sending me no big money. If you're sending her big money, it's cool. And he's not going to be here. Get your ass back to Thailand, bro. Next month. Next 2 months or that relationship history. And I'm not going to tell you no lie, but it's, you know, that's just my, I'm not going to tell you so ain't nothing else in it. Okay? You know. Yeah. She's a young girl, man. Of course she's going to enjoy herself. Enjoy herself. Can't cuss the girl. She's a young girl. She's trying to get as much money as she can for her family. The reality of it is she needs money for her family. The reality of it, her family sent her to bloody wherever she's going to go and find a foreigner to take care of her and send back the money. She's the pension of the house. That woman is the pension of the house. She's been nurtured from when she was young to when she's at a certain age to go get the money and find some bloody simp or to go and send her back money to her country. So every month the mummy only gets money. And that's been going on for centuries. Her mum did the same thing. Her grandma did the same thing. And her great-great-great-great-great-grandma did the bloody same thing. And it keeps going down for centuries. So you think they're going to break that bond? You're never going to do that. She's going to get as much money and turn it back to the country. And if you're not giving it to her, I don't think she's going to get it. Trust me, especially if she's in her prime. She's going to damn get it. Because in this day and age, you got a million guys which will be dropping at her feet to be boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever it is. She focused on completing the nursery program right now. It takes a lot of time to study and devote towards bettering herself and her future with me and our children. She damn ain't gonna be no nursery, bro. Be moron, you keep fooling yourself. She ain't doing no nursery. Every girl's doing something. Aaliyah, that girl, she was adamant to me that she's going to do studying. She's studying going to school to do air hostess. They all got a whole bag of lies. It's a fantasy and a dream for them. She's never gonna be a bloody nursery. I think never gonna do. It's a dream which a working girl wants to be, and it's a lie what they make up to tell their boyfriend to make their boyfriend feel better. But she's never gonna work at the nursery, and she's never gonna be a nursery teacher, ever, in her life, as long as she's in Thailand. Just remember that. The only way she's going to do that is if you took her to America and she did that. She's never going to do it in Thailand because she's got to make money to give back to her family, and she's got to make money today. Today. And nursery ain't going to pay shit in Thailand. Probably going to pay $200-300 a month. What's that? Yeah. When you talk to the boss, you better talk reality. But she never hangs up the phone. She's on the phone all day long. She's what she is all day. I know what she's at school. When she's at school, I know when she's sleeping. I know. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Nursing, even worse. How much money they get from nursing in Thailand? How much money does nurse get in Thailand? You really think she's going to sit down and study for 4 or 5 years to start working in nursery in Thailand? You know how much they get? $300 a month to start working for $300. You really think she's going to do? You really think she's going? She's going to study for 4 or 5 years to go and do nursing, start nursing, to cleaning people's asses and everything else, or old people's asses to get $300 a month, and say she's happy with that. She's pitching you a game that she wants to be good and she's never going. Probably damn never going to school, if she's going to school. Probably damn never going anywhere. It's all a bag of lies, which we buy into. There again, everybody's got a story. You know, there you go. Everybody's got a story. She started her journey. She's on a path to becoming the best nurse of all in Thailand. Well, as I said, the only way she can be a nurse is if she went to America. She can be your girlfriend, you know, Bimora. Let me explain something to you, and this is on the real talk. She can be your girlfriend. If you like the girl, there's nothing wrong with liking a girl. There's nothing wrong with finding a girl you like. Don't let nobody, listen, let me explain something to you, and I'm going to be real with you. Don't ever let nobody tell you that you are doing something wrong, as long as it's a legal age, right? Don't let nobody tell you that I'm wrong. There's nothing wrong with you finding a girlfriend that you like. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But you're going to have to be 1,000,000% real with yourself. You're going to have to hit reality with yourself. You're going to have to do that. And if you do not hit reality with yourself, it's going to bite you in the ass, big time. You see the way me, guys, people run. I wake up, I realize, I look at my bank account, and I realize I'm broke. I'm not broke, but, you know, I'm just saying, you know, I barely got probably a couple of grand to my name. So I realize I've got to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go and try and make some money. Because the only way I'm going to get to Thailand in 3 months, or Philippines in 3 months' time, is if I graft my ass off and wake up. I don't give a damn what time it is. This car boot starts at 4 o'clock in the morning. I got to get up there and go and make some money, because if I don't, I'm not getting to the Philippines in that time. So the reality has to bite you and say to yourself, you know what? That girl can be my girlfriend, but I have to make moves. You see the way Tim K made moves? Tim K moved to the Philippines and lived in Philippines, and that made his girl. Now they moved to America together, and they live in America because he knew the reality of it. You understand? So you got to hit the reality if you really want to get the girl. And the reality is, if she doesn't live with you, you don't live with her, you know, the chances of that relationship lasting is going to be very slim. There you go. Do you think Arissa knows Ron? Let's time you out, bro. Let's time you out, yeah. I told you not to use them words and them foolishness. You're being stupid. Time you out. 5 minutes. Ain't nobody using anybody. She's using Ron, not really Ron using it. Okay. How can she do well in America? Can't speak. She can speak English. She can damn speak English, bro. And them girls, Thai girls, learn English in 3 months to learn English. Thai girls are fast learners, quickly learn English. Yeah, I see Thai girls talking Arabic, 2 months. One day I come back, the girl talking Arabic and got bloody mask on. These girls learn anything real quick. Real quick, she's learning English. She'll be in America in no time. Okay. Yeah, there you go, Skip Archie. There you go. Okay. At least I said it, innit? What should Ron do next? As I said to you, just 2 options. Either you go back to Thailand in the next month or 2, and you can be with her, and it's cool. And you're going to have to keep doing that every 2 months. Every 2 months, you're going to burn a whole big hole in your pocket, the same as what happened to Tricky Bricky. As what I said to Tricky Bricky and what I said to other people. You're going to burn a whole bunch of money in your pocket because you're going back and forth and trying to have a long-distance relationship. You're going to do that, or you're going to take her to America. One of the 2. Make a choice. Burn a whole big hole in your pocket, or take her to America. One of the 2. She's working to get the highest degree in education to make a tour 5 years, and maybe take a tour 4 or 5 years during the time I will be paying down my debt. We meet up in the middle and successful. There you go. You think that lady's going to be around in 4 or 5 years? You think she's going to be around in 4 or 5 years? And you think you could hold her for 4 or 5 years? The prime time of her life. You know what I'm saying? Without being there. It's all, you're living a fantasy. I get it. Keep living a fantasy. There's nothing wrong with it. But the reality of the situation is this. The reality of the situation. You're either going to be the same thing I told people already. The same thing what happens. You see my friend? He went to Thailand. He met this girl on Beach Road, He fell in love with her. He took her to England for 6 months. And I said to him, if you're going to take her to England and spend all that money, he must have spent nearly £30,000 for the 2 times he took her. I said, if you're going to spend all that money, before you do that, you work out if you're going to marry her or if you're not. If you're not going to marry her, it's going to be, you're just paying for some expensive pee and it's not going to work out. He didn't listen. He took her over 6 months. He took her again, nearly bankrupted him. He spent nearly 30, 40 grand on the whole thing, from paying her visa and paying this and paying her to be here and paying everything else. And ended up breaking up with her. And I said, didn't I not tell you? Did I not tell you not tell you that if you don't marry the girl, it don't make sense, because you're only going to start ending up breaking up. We can't do long distance relationship. So she's going to live with you and you're going to live with her. Did I not tell you that? You don't listen to the boss, do you? Okay, fair enough. You understand? And, same thing. I say, this is long distance relationship do not work. Yeah, I said, you're either going to do 2 things. You're going to burn a whole. I asked Tricky Bricky, I said, Tricky Bricky, how much money have you spent from going to Canada for 1 year back and forth? He said, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. Exactly. You're going back. You miss each other. You're going back. You're going forth. You're back. You're this, you're that. You spend a whole bunch of money. The whole year runs off. Next minute, you spend probably 40 grand, 30 grand going back and forth. Make a conscious decision of what you're going to do. Sit down and talk to the girl. Southeast Asian women will go anywhere with you. As long as you got the money, you got the place. Make a conscious decision. Tell her, look, I want you to come and live with me in America, and I'm going to pay you this much money every month to send back to your family, and we're going to live here, and I want you to get a job, and I want you to do your thing, and that's it. And live happily ever after with your girlfriend. Or you're just going to live a fantasy. You can do that. You know. 8, please don't crash everyone's dreams. Yeah, I'm not trying to crash anybody's dreams. I'm just telling you reality. So there you go. You can have a dream as much as you want to dream. You're going to have to hit reality. I have a dream. And my dream is to get out You know what my dream is? Be more sure on the point. Is to make, my dream is to make to put this watch into shops in the UK and be able to put into Sainsbury's or Budgeons or Selfridges or wherever they can put it into a shop where it sells a whole bunch of stuff every month. And all of a sudden I'm selling 100 or 2 or 1,000 watches every month. And off I pop. And once I make that, I don't have to do nothing. I just have to kick back. My watches are in the shops. I kick back and relax. And every month the money rolls in because it's in the shop. People are buying it from the shop. Every month. That's a dream, bro. And I'm living in Thailand and Philippines and Asia on my laptop lifestyle. And my money just keeps rolling in every single month. How much money? My money's in Sainsbury's, Asbro. People buying it every month. And the money's just rolling in every month. It's a dream, brother. It's a dream. You got to work towards the dream, man, and make it happen. You got to get up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and tell the universe, I want this dream. I don't give a damn what time it is. I want the dream. Let's work towards the dream. And if you don't have the reality of it, and if you can't wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you can't wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, well, then you don't want it bad enough, then, do you? You're telling the universe, I don't want it bad enough, so I don't deserve it. And you won't get it. It's easy to be a bum. It's hard to be a great and amazing person what leaves a legacy for your future and your bloodline and everybody else and show that you are somebody in this world. It's easy just to sit there and be a loser. It's easy to sit there and just be somebody and just say, hey, you know, I just came in this world and, you know, I just did a 9 to 5 and I just been an average car and an average girl and I just got average clothes and I just have an average life. That's too easy, bro. Try and be special. Try and do something extraordinary special. See how hard that is. Try and do something which is against the grain, against all odds and win. All your backs against you. Money's low. This is happening. That's happening. Everybody else is traveling, enjoying their life. You're scraping to buy products and do this and try and get it done. You're buying products. You're selling products. You're trying this. Your back's against the wall. You're doing car boot. You're doing store. You're doing this. You're doing YouTube. You're doing everything. You're throwing everything at the paint. Trying to see what sticks. And then you make it through that. And then you come up smiling. And that makes you more of a man. Now, yes, pride is pride in ownership. There's a pride in being something that you made yourself. That you did it against all odds. And you didn't have a handout for someone else to do it. You did it yourself. So there you go. Okay, guys, I can't stay on here now. And I had fun today at the Club Fellas Inc. YouTube channel. I got to wake up for my blood pressure check tomorrow. I don't know how it's going to go. I think my blood pressure's high. I try to get it down. I'm trying my best. I'm trying everything. Trying everything. Get the paint, guys. I told you, look, my story. I'm carrying my journey. We're on to a good thing again. We got some great things going on. We have to give thanks along the way. So I told you, look, my new project, new great things are coming. I'll keep you informed. I actually was going to go live stream from the market store today, but the lady kind of killed my spirit, so I didn't do the live stream today from the well, one day I will do it from the market store, and I'll show you the thing. Yeah, boss, try extreme fast for 6 months. Lost a lot of weight. There you go. Yeah, there you go, guys. I'm going to do the best that I can do, and I'm going to keep working. I've got a mission to do. I've got to keep up. So, you know, I'm going to try my best to keep going. The weather's against me as well. I've got to buy a gazebo as well, but it's another story, man. You can't do it all, you know what I'm saying? You only can do the best that you can do. Big up yourself, guys, and I will see you 59 in the chat. I will see you on the other side of the Club Fellas Inc. YouTube channel. Big up yourself, stay blessed, and keep it together. Barry the Boss is signing on. There you go.